It's time. It's time. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the second live stream of the week and the first ever neurodivergent mental health live speed dating. Um, as some of you all may know, I have a doctorate in the field of love, and I'm also a matchmaker on the side. And after checking out the temperature and the pulse of the community, I decided that this is something I want to do to really get to know my community a little bit more, but also to bring people together. So as we get this speed dating going, go ahead, do me a favor, and let me know what your name is, and let me know where you're checking in from. Like I said, my name is Dr. Kojo. I'm checking in today live from the heart of Texas. Your boy is on the road, but the work does not stop here. So I'm excited to get into it. I can't wait to get going. I can't wait to get going. Let me get my leave in. My back hurting. Maybe I went too hard at the gym or something like that. I gotta take it easy on myself. But yeah, go ahead, use the comment section. Let me touch your speed dating. Let me talk to him. My people on TikTok, if I want to join, come on to Facebook, but you can also come on the actual video and meet somebody. So I'm very interested in seeing where this is gonna go. Down this water so I can take my meds. It's not an official water break yet, but y'all get the point. All right, okay. So Libby says she's speed dating. Let's see who all is here. Let's go ahead and get comfortable. Let's get comfortable. Get you a nice glass of water or whatever beverage you normally drink, whatever you sip on. But we're gonna be, finding your people tonight. We're gonna be finding your people tonight. I'm very interested. Now, Libby, you happen to be the first one here. I thought you had a boyfriend or something like that. What's the update on your situation, Libby? Let's go ahead and get right into it. What is the update on your situation? Talk to us. Zuri the Dreamer, I appreciate you. I could not do any of this work without my community. So I'm so grateful for your attention. And thank you for allowing me to be in this position where I could be your mental health coach, your relationship coach, your friend, your pal. Kristen says, Cutter, this is bloody fantastic. Kristen, I can't tell you how excited I am. I've been trying to contain this excitement all day. I'm very excited to get. I'm very excited to get going. So yeah, Libby from Seattle says she is sexually fluid. Holler, especially if you're from somewhere warm. Okay, Libby. So talk to me a little bit. You're from Seattle, so it's quite cold out there. I know it can get rainy sometimes. So you want somebody who is somewhere warm. So are you already thinking ahead? Like you'd like to move to a Florida, you'd like to move to a California, you'd like to move to Arizona? Because when it comes to dating, we have to be strategic. I'm telling y'all, and as I'm helping out my community, I've also been thinking to myself, how can I be strategic with my personal life, everything in my life? How can I be more intentional? So there's a science to this. So holler if you're from somewhere warm. Now, Libby said just casually. Okay, all right, cool. And actually, I like this. I like it when people mention this in the beginning. This is something that you should talk about even before a first date. And a lot of people in this community, and y'all know, like if you follow me and you're in this community, we have some mental health stuff going on, so we don't need to be getting jerked back and forth. So open communication is the best way to go. So you meet somebody off the rip, say, "Oh, I'm just want to date casually," or "Oh, I'm looking to get married in 9 months," or I'm looking to have something serious quickly. When you mention that, and also if you can start off by telling the truth, then nobody's going to be disappointed. But a big tragedy happens when you have somebody who is just casual, who enters into a situation with somebody who wants something serious. That tug of war will never end up as a happy situation. But if you have two casual people, it works. two serious people, it works. You see what I'm saying here? The communication is important. Tiana from TikTok. Tiana, you made it. You made it. And you can sit back and enjoy the show, or you could come and find your person. The red. This is a tree after today. Yeah. What type of day have you had? Looks like a lot of people had a long day. So hopefully this is something that can help people relax. I wish I was somewhere warm. Kendra, I right when I graduated school, I nearly took a job in Pennsylvania, in Pittsburgh, and I mean I wanted to take the job, but then I settled in Virginia. But one thing that did not make me too excited to go to Pittsburgh was the cold. So yeah, yeah. Um, Libby says, I'm with my partner for 18 years. I'm allowed. Oh, okay. So Libby, are you in a situation where you're, I need to know more about this. You're open. Are you open? And if Libby, if you're open to hopping on the live stream, let me know and I will send you a link to your email right now. We will get you here on the screen and you can talk to us. Tell us your story. Tell us where you're coming from. And then hopefully we can find somebody to come through. And then I'm not sure how we're going to do this format. It's such a novel thing. It can go many different ways. But Libby, let me know if you want to come on the stream. Anybody who is brave, you have to be brave. You have to be bold to find your person. So let's talk about it. Equality. Eee. It is warm in Louisiana. Shout out to my Baton Rouge, Shreveport, my New Orleans folks out there. Hey, Dr. Kojo, you're about to change some lives tonight. Janet, Janet Jackson is your name. Wow, Janet, what a name. I'm 31 from Dallas, Texas, and if I'm honest, I'm actually really new to the romantic side of things. You're 31 years old and you're new to the romantic side of things. Talk to me a little bit more about that. I need to know a little bit more. I'm in Winnipeg. Oh, yeah, you're in Canada. Some of my people don't have passports, but we can make anything work. Libby says, "Oh Lord." So Libby, you don't have to hop on the stream if you don't want to. Keep in mind, you don't have to. You don't have to. But for the people who hop on this stream, it can be a good night. Baton Rouge in the house. Is it Aliha? That's a really nice name, Aliha. I've never seen it spelled like that. It's a really nice name. It was testing me. I'm happy to be here now that I'm relaxing. Well, I'm happy that you are here as well. So I know that Colby was somebody who wanted to hop on the stream. And Colby is my guy from West Virginia. We've had him on the stream before. He's been talking about being a single man in West Virginia in his early 30s, living with schizoaffective disorder, which is a thought disorder. It can affect your thoughts. It can affect your mood. And he's looking for a really nice woman. And we found him a lady from Florida, Megan, who by all accounts is a terribly nice woman. She comes on the live stream. She's amazing, and they say a lot of things about women from Florida, but Megan, I feel like she checked all the boxes. So hopefully at some point we get Megan and Colby on this stream. That's going to be fantastic. Tiana says, "How do I join the stream?" Tiana, you want to join the stream? Come on through, Tiana. You want to join the stream? On TikTok, Tiana, drop your email in there, and I will personally email you with a link to come on the stream. Let me know. Thomas H., I'm happy you're still living too. I'm 39, and I will. Oh, okay, all right. So Libby said, Libby, are you 39 for real? Are you really 39? Libby says, I'm 39, and I will wear you down and not call you the next day. Mickey Ficky. That is music to a lot of people's ears because a lot of people don't want to be bugged the next day. And it's funny because my thing in my community, we don't judge over here. Like I said, the only tragedy is when you have somebody who wants something strictly casual and they get with somebody who wants something serious. I see it happen all the time. And I mean, I'm no angel. I've also been in situations where, when I was younger, before my prefrontal cortex developed, maybe I would promise women a lot of things. And I wasn't able to deliver on that because they wanted so much more. And I didn't want all that. But when two people want the same exact thing, that's why I say communication is so important. Communication is so, so, so important. And if you're neurodivergent and you're on this stream, You know that, we have our own language. So we have to communicate. So Libby says, 39, I will wear you down and not call you the next day. So Libby, if you don't want to come on the stream, you can put your um, you know, information down there on how somebody can get to you. Because sometimes people are a little shy. They want to reach out to you directly instead of coming on this stream, on this platform, and talking to everybody. So just keep that in mind. How do I okay, cool. I don't want the notifications to disturb the stream. I wish I could put the kids to bed. Kendra, it's all good. You gotta take care of the kids. It is all good. Aaliyah Abdullah, tell us about yourself. What's up? What's up? Yeti Bigfoot says snacks and love connection. If you have some snacks, this is the perfect time to go ahead and get some snacking done. If you are doing the dishes, if you're cleaning, this live stream is a form of body doubling. So for my ADHD boys and girls out there, if you have to get some stuff done, put this live stream on, and hopefully it captures your attention and lets you, fold those clothes. Remember, we did the laundry, we took the clothes from the washer to the dryer, and from the dryer to the bed, and we left it there for 4 days. So right now, we should be folding the clothes as we look to see who's going to get linked up tonight. Seattle in the house. Janet Jackson, a little bit of background. I'm the third of four children. My parents married 35 years, and growing up, just for some reason, having normal dating. I don't understand that. And growing up, I just for some reason have never had a. I think you meant to say never had a normal dating life. Never had a boyfriend, but I don't know. Maybe it's God's timing. Okay, okay. So, Janet Jackson from Dallas, Texas. I'm not gonna put you in a bad situation. If you've never had a boyfriend, we want to be strategic with this. You may have specific needs that you will need. So go ahead, let us know what you're looking for. What are you looking for, Mrs. Jan Jackson? And Misty says, originally from the Northwest. I've got to say, go Hawks. Y'all should have ran the ball with Marshawn. I'll say that. It's a lot of moms. Hey, Libby, go get some snacks. Go get some snacks. Go get some snacks. Libby's already put herself out there. She says she will wear you out and not call you the next day. Y'all take advantage. For my people in the Pacific Northwest. Okay. I was like, I know it's the Pacific Northwest, but my geography got messed up. Yeah, so my people, my Washington State people, Seattle, Tacoma, and that whole area, Vancouver, go ahead and holla at my girl Libby. All right, okay, yeah, Pacific Northwest. And look, it gets cold out there. It gets rainy out there. So you don't want to be out there without your person. You don't want to be out there without your person. Yeah, it gets cold out there. It gets really cold out there. Cleaning up from dinner and then relaxing. Okay, that is what's up. That is what's up. Jay Jackson, tell me a little bit about yourself. 35, I never had a boyfriend. So this is why, and look, I'm not a formal dating coach. I don't know what type of degree you have to have a formal dating coach, but I think I'd be a good dating coach because I can look at things from a mental health perspective and not put people in harm's way. So for Janet Jackson, who's never had a boyfriend, and you're 35, the way that we're gonna go about your needs is gonna be different from Libby. Libby knows what she's doing. She's a veteran in the game. So Libby knows what's up. So Libby, I kind of know what she needs more. But if you've never had a boyfriend and you're 35 and you're waiting on God's timing, your person is out there. I promise you. They may even follow me. But we got to go a certain way to get things taken care of. Aaliyah says, I'm 34. I love to do arts and crafts, watch anime dogs. I also like to research about aliens and astrology, deep stuff. I love to be outside just as much as I love sleeping. Okay, Aaliyah, I like that. So, Aaliyah, where are you from and what are you looking for? You sound like a very interesting person. Arts and crafts, anime, dogs, research about aliens and astrology, deep stuff. I think something on the news popped up about aliens, and there could be life on other planets. when I first came to LA, uh, um, and my first day in LA, it was crazy. I got a message from Demi Lovato, and then we became friends, and we talked back and forth. And she mentioned something about aliens, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is how people in LA are. And then after the thing about the aliens came out, some news article came out about aliens or whatever. And then I messaged her back. I was like, hey, Demi, I think you're right. Aliens they might exist. So I mean, what do I know? I don't. I only know what I know. But this is very interesting, Aaliyah. Very interesting. Um, Let us know what you are looking for. As you see, this is why I love Libby. Ladies is pimps too. Go and brush your shoulders off. And the law shall be found. Hey, I love your content about mental health. Can I send you some merch for my mental health brand? Yes. Anybody who wants to send me any mail, any letters, any merch, the address is, this is not my personal address, y'all. So don't worry, I won't get doxxed. 3940 Laurel Canyon Boulevard, number 1472, Studio City, California, 91604. So 3940 Laurel Canyon Boulevard, number 1472, Studio City, California, 91604. I'd love to wear some of your clothes. If it's a mental health brand, it fits right in with the message. So I'd be honored to get your clothing. I saw this. Oh, the sun is out, and okay, all right. I stand corrected. Morgan Dixon says, but it's green up in the Pacific Northwest. It's worth the colder rain. Well, I've never been. I gotta get out there one day. Jed Jackson says, I appreciate that. I've had friends here and there, but I think it's because I'm a pretty friendly person. But I think my idea of dating is different. What is your idea of dating? Talk to us here. I literally have my clothes here ready to be folded. Perfect. Perfect. This is the perfect time to fold the clothes because you have a little bit of dopamine going if this is interesting to you. So before you know it, the clothes will be all folded. And I hate folding clothes. I hate folding clothes. So if you can get any progress done, give yourself some credit. And the lost shall be found. Thank you on TikTok. Matt says, heard your ADHD interview. I just want to say, hey, love what you do. Matt, thank you so much, Matt. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Not meaning to hijack, but I'm burning to ask, do you consider yourself neurodivergent? I do have ADHD. So I definitely would say I'm neurodivergent. I speak that language as well. I joke around that I'm not dating because he never officially. Kendra, this is funny. This is funny. Sometimes as guys, we don't. Maybe it's a neurodivergent thing, Kendra. Like a lot of times, I don't remember the last girl I asked out. Even the girl. Well, I mean, maybe it was 5 years ago, but like women that I've dated, like just after a while, it's like, all right, you've been here, you've been in my place 4 nights in a row. You left your purple bra over here. You might like, yeah. Instead of asking the person out, it's like we just are what we are. The aliens are smart though. Cold and green, but good for you. I'm 31. I guess I've seen a lot of crazy things when people get together. Well, you never had a boyfriend, so how would you know? Your form of foreplay is well. Look, there's somebody out there for you. I can tell you that. Unusual. You're not late. We're just getting started. We are just getting started. And yes, the address to anybody who wants to send me anything: 3940 Laurel Canyon Boulevard, number 1472. 1472. All right. So Aaliyah says, okay, all right, talk to us. Well, right now I'm looking for a friend, someone that has the same interests as me, and be in touch with the inner child for sure. I usually date long distance. I'm into different cultures. All right, so I'm just curious, Aaliyah, why the long distance dating, and why is that a preference? Because I feel like I don't know anything about you, Aaliyah. I'm not saying you have ADHD. I'm not trying to diagnose you, but I feel that like for a lot of us who have ADHD, we tend to want long distance relationships. I have a theory on it, but I want to hear, why you said that. So Tiana, I don't have your email address. I never saw it. Or did you email info@kojosoftware.com? Because that's one way to do it, Tiana. If you can email me, we'll put you up here on the stream and try and find your person. We should avoid ourselves. Libby says, um, I straight up asked if we were exclusive, and my badger was hella confused. But that 2000s. Well, Libby, a lot has changed since 2007. Yes, no. I love Seattle. Had a beautiful spring vacation. Everybody that has visited Seattle who's not from there tends to enjoy it. So, I mean, but I hear about all the rain and stuff, but apparently it's a very beautiful place. I will get out there one day. Long distance is safer. Okay. Very interesting. Oh, Tiana, I didn't see your email in the chat. It didn't show up. Tiana on TikTok, you may have to just email me. Email my uh, is it Tiana the lawyer? Is that your email? I see it in your bio. I'll just email you there. Libby. Okay, I'll email you in a second. Libby, we may have to really break down your situation. You said that your person only gets with his hairstylist. I need to figure out, is this like an open? Is this a poly? I need to figure out what's going on here. A lot of things are going on here. I naturally attract people from different cultures because I don't act like I'm from here. Okay. And I see your last name. Are you from the States or like what's your ethnicity or your background? And Tanya says, I'm definitely ADHD and do not like long distance relationships at all. I prefer to see my person, but I was catfished before catfishing was a thing. When the show Catfish came out, that was my favorite show by far, because it's it's something that has happened since the beginning of time and it will continue to happen. I'm neurodivergent. Okay, that might be why I like long distance, you know, relationships. Oh, and you like to travel too. Okay, we're gonna get Tiana. Or actually, Tiana. Let me see. Let me send Tiana a link. Let me send Tiana a link right here. I'm excited to get Tiana in. Tiana. Oh, Tiana's a lawyer? Talk to him. I need a lawyer a while back when I was in the legal jam. I'm good now. Where were you when I needed you? Yeah. My fiance is a firefighter. He's gone for 48 hours and home for 4 days. I love it, honestly. What's your theory? Oh, so Christine, my theory on the long distance, I have a friend of mine who is, she's a psychiatrist. She's mental health as well. And she has ADHD. And she said that when she was in her residency, she was doing a long distance with her now husband. And it worked out because, by her having ADHD and moving so fast in relationships, they had time to get to know each other because they were forced to sit down on the phone and talk and get to know the other person, as opposed to being, how it is with ADHD. You rush so fast and you want to get straight to the Mickey Ficky, but you don't get time to know the person. So I think that's why sometimes people might want long distance when you have ADHD. Just a theory. And Mick 9117, I'm reading it off of the StreamYard, my Facebook and YouTube community, and TikTok. Libby says, long distance, I could never. I want to hit it. She says she want to hit it. Make you. Oh. Libby's getting me excited. She says, I could never. She says she want to hit it, make you cry afterwards, make sure you eat and bounce. So she's ruthless, Mickey Ficky. Okay. But when you're upfront like this, there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong. It's only an issue when you present yourself as something else and you manipulate somebody. But if you're upfront like this, Dr. K signs off on it. Menopause has me forgetting about hitting it. Oh, respect. And that's why when it comes to different drives, it's important for people to make sure that they're on the same page, because you will more than likely have an issue there. Long distance makes you not act on those urges. I and I think that could be a healthy thing depending on what you're trying to accomplish. And when you have ADHD, you have to understand yourself. So if you want something serious and you want to get to know somebody, I'm not saying you should look for somebody in Oklahoma, but you know, depending on what you need, you know what to get. I'm gonna catfish someone who can we get to know each other with bullet point lists? We can. If you're interested, drop some information about yourself. We already know we know a couple of things. We know Libby has said she's open and available. She's in the Pacific Northwest, so everybody who's in that area, Seattle, around the area, you got Libby. Aaliyah, I don't know where Aaliyah is from, but and look, even if it's not a romantic thing, keep in mind you can make friends. It's not always about the makey ficky. Now it is a lot of times, but you can make a friend too. So, and maybe through that friend you can meet your person. It's all about a community. Leon, that makes sense about the ADHD and the long distance dating, kind of preventing the impulsive. Okay. Tanya says I can never get someone to even talk on the phone. I delete all the dating apps as I just keep getting hurt. So here's the thing about dating apps. Dating apps work off of an algorithm that is meant for you to be on the app more. They want you to swipe. They want you to pay for matches, and it's a business. They have to make their money, and I'm not sure if they really want. I mean, I don't want to speak out on dating apps. I just know that it might not be the most mentally healthy thing to do, especially if you really want somebody and you're struggling with rejection. Dating apps have a way of making you feel less than, and it reduces everybody to just a picture. I'm not the biggest fan of dating apps myself, which is why I took it upon myself, Miss Tanya, uh, to create this. To create this, I'm see. And look on Facebook. I don't know how things work on Facebook, but I think like if you're watching off of your phone, you should be able to click somebody's profile and you can add them as a friend and you can message them. And look, this is for anybody that you see on here, anybody that you relate to that could be a friend. So sometimes we think automatically, about the Mickey Ficky, but if you can have a good friend and you'll have common interest, that and look, everything that we need, like in terms of companionship, you won't get that from a romantic partner. You will need friends in life. You will need friends. We can't just take everything from a romantic source. So if your friend is on here, keep in mind, that could be somebody for you. Didn't expect the chat to be so spicy. I'm here for Libby's liberation. I mean, I'm here for it as well. It's more so about being upfront. My only thing, I just don't like it when people are not upfront, um, and even myself, not knowing how, your actions impact other people. A lot of times, you'll do things that you're not proud of. But when you know better, you have to do better. So communication, be upfront from the jump. If everybody was upfront, we wouldn't have a lot of issues that we have. Um, I'm married, but I love that you're doing this, Dr. Coach. It's kind of like Kendra G show, but a safe place for Chanel. I appreciate that. I'm not sure who Kendra G is, but my thing on this platform, look, I'm all for the Mickey Ficky. I'm a fan of the Mickey Ficky, but by being a mental health expert, I can make sure that if there's a situation that looks like it's going to be absolutely disastrous, I'm like, all right, hold up. We don't need to go there. Like we're going to protect our mental health while having fun at the same time. All right, I missed some comments. No one ever looks twice at me. I used to have an insatiable drive. And Claire, here's the thing. A lot of times there's people who, let's say you're dating somebody and you have no drive to be intimate with that person. Especially if you're in this community. Let's just take ADHD, for example. I always say it's an issue with regulating your attention and regulating your mood. People don't realize how difficult it is to sustain a relationship when you struggle with those two things. So if you're having a hard time getting things done and regulating your attention and your mood is all over the place and you're constantly having fights with your person, all of a sudden somebody that you found to be very attractive now you don't even want them to touch you or look at you. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's so important to understand yourself. You got to understand yourself. Is anybody in Colorado? If y'all in Colorado, get active in the chat. All right, so we're gonna bring Tiana on here, and in just a second, let me look at some of these comments. Um, just use those. Libby might be my favorite person on here uh, of the week. Let me see what Matt said. 40. Hmm, Matt, this is a good point. This is a really good point. Hmm, I've never thought about. I've never given this much thought, Matt. But I think I will say finding somebody who you're attracted to mentally, that is I don't think that's an age thing. Matt, I think that's relatively hard because the older we get, I do think that we need some type of mental connection to just hop into bed with somebody. And guys would be surprised how you start to change in this regard because when we're young, we're like, okay, we as long as she looks good, we're fine. But that mental connection is important. Is important. All right, so we have our first person who is looking for their person. I want y'all to give a very warm welcome to Tiana. Tiana, come on through. Let me see if I can hear.
Hello.
Tiana, how you doing?
Can you hear me?
Not that I can hear you.
Good. How about you?
You on my end or your end?
Uh,
Let me see.
can you hear me?
Yeah, sure. All right, I think my volume is up pretty good. Tiana, I can't hear you.
Uh,
All right,
can you
there.
hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, I can hear you. You're a little bit blurry, but
Hear me?
okay, I hear you. I hear you. All right.
Is that better?
Yeah, I think that's better. Community weigh in the chat. Is that good? So Tiana, you got some fans on here. People say that you're beautiful, even though your connection is a bit spotty.
Thank you.
Oh,
I'm sorry about that.
oh, you're good. You're good. I just want to make sure that we can have good connection so we can put on a good show here. Can you see me good though, Tiana?
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. All right. Are you
I can
glitching? Are
see.
you or not?
Am I glitching?
Oh, okay. I think we're good there. Okay. The connection is in and out. You got a lot. You got a lot of fans. A lot of people showing you a
Okay.
lot of love. You just gotta get this connection right. It is glitching a little bit. Someone said any
Is it
ADHD
getting
Muslim.
worse or is it getting better?
Oh, it got better. It got better. It got better. Oh, okay. Right there. You're good.
Okay.
Okay. So it's Tiana, right?
Yes, it's Tiana.
Talk to me. Talk to me, Tiana. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm 6. I live in Houston, Texas. I've been
Okay.
living here maybe about a year. I'm from North Carolina. Like you said, I'm a lawyer, but I don't anymore. I am a social influencer now.
Okay. So you do social media full time.
I do.
Okay. So
I
that
also
means that.
own a jewelry business that I started.
Okay. So you own a jewelry business and you do social media full time. So because you do social media, you're willing and able to travel as needed.
Um, it depends on the situation. I would prefer local.
You would prefer local. So you want somebody in Houston, Texas.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So when you say local, I want to know how flexible you are. Like, are you just Houston, Texas, or like are the Woodlands, or like how far are you willing to drive?
Um, you expect for me to drive?
Wait, I mean, look, it's 2024. It can go both ways. You know, I just want to know how far would you like for your person to be, like within like a what, a 1.5 hour radius,
Yeah, I mean, as close as possible. Um,
as close as
it all
possible.
depends, I guess, on their schedule, their flexibility, their willingness to travel. But
Okay,
I don't plan on traveling a whole lot. I have two children too. I forgot to
okay,
mention that.
2 kids. How old is
Mhm.
the youngest one?
5.
5.
He'll
Okay, all
be
right, okay.
6 in like 2 weeks.
Okay, well, happy early birthday to him. Happy early birthday to him. Or
Thank
is it him or her? I just assume.
him. Two
Okay.
boys.
Oh,
Two
2 boys.
boys.
Okay. All right. So you have a 5-year-old. So you kind of have to be at the house. What is it that you're looking for in a partner? Are you dating men, women, or what's the situation like?
Yeah, I date men. I
Okay.
date.
Making sure.
Um, what I'm looking for in a partner is somebody that is open minded, funny, understanding, takes good care of themselves. I enjoy art, fashion, sports, working out, traveling, live music. Um, Other than that, I mean, somebody that is attractive, or
Okay.
at least that I find attractive.
Okay.
Obviously, attractiveness is subjective, but yeah,
Right.
I would
But you have.
prefer somebody that I did find attractive.
Okay. Okay. And
Yeah,
you
of course, loyal, honest, good
loyal,
character.
loyal, honest, good character. All right. So you listed out a lot of things.
Hmm.
A lot of things. Is
Hmm.
any of the things that you mentioned, are you willing to budge on them? Yes or no?
Well, I mean, their interests. I don't necessarily care as much about their interests being exactly the same as mine,
Hmm.
as long as our personalities mesh well and the character aspects are non-negotiable.
Got it. Okay. Now, how old are you?
I'm 36.
36. Okay. So, in terms of the guys that you're dating, older, younger?
I typically date guys that are around my age or older.
Okay. So around 36. Is there such a thing as too old for you?
I mean, I don't want Hugh Hefner. I mean, remember, he needs to be at least to me. But I mean, I've seen older guys that still look good. So
Yeah.
I don't want to put like a age limit per se on it. As long as he has been taking care of himself and he still look good, then like I ain't no problem.
Okay. So as long as they're taking care of themselves and they're around your age range and they're moving in a similar direction.
Yes,
Okay. Now, a guy who has kids or no kids, like, is that a deal breaker?
I prefer kids.
Oh, so you prefer for a man to have kids?
Yeah, I
Okay.
do. That's another reason why I typically date older men.
Okay. And what is it about having kids that you prefer? Just make it more compatible with the lifestyles?
I think so. I think they tend to be a little bit more understanding. They tend to be a little bit more responsible, a little bit less spontaneous, better at planning.
Hmm.
Um, there's a variety of reasons. Also, there's less likely to want a bunch of children because I mean, at this point, like we're on our last leg here. It's probably not going to happen. If we meet today, maybe.
Last night. All right. So you meet the guy that you described, and he wants you to pop out, a kid or kids. How many more babies do you have in within you?
I got one maybe.
One, maybe.
I got one maybe for the perfect guy.
Well, there ain't no perfect guy, but a guy who could be perfect for you. I think she froze for a second. Okay, got you back. Perfect. All right. So you said you got one maybe, right?
Yes,
Okay, okay, okay. Are you an introvert or extrovert?
I am an introvert to strangers and an extrovert to friends.
Introvert, strangers, extroverts, friends. Okay, okay. So when you get comfortable, you start to spread your wings and you show who you really are.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. So now here's the thing about my community. I'm working on getting guys to come in here. Uh, Katie May
Hmm.
is super glitchy. Let me know if y'all can see it or if it's still super glitchy. But if you are a guy and you are in the state of Texas, or you're a guy in the United States and you're willing to travel to Houston, Texas, let me know right now. We'll put you on the live stream. This is not the time to be shy. This is not the time to be shy. So Ashley, um, unfortunately, Tiana is only into,
Ambivert.
yeah, she's only into to men, but we can put you on next. But in terms of what she's looking for, she's looking for a guy. Houston's a hard no. Look, Houston's the second best city in Texas. Okay, so it's a nice place. It's a nice place. Uh, where them Cowboys. Oh no, no, look, Matt. This is as real as it gets. This is somebody, single mom who wants to find love. If you meet today, she's willing to pop out one kid. One kid. Do twins run in your family, Tiana?
No.
Oh, all right. So that one kid might really just be one kid, right?
Yeah, no.
Oh. Tell us about your last dating experience. Was it good, bad? Was it a real relationship? Was it a situationship? You know, this is a safe space out here.
Yeah, my last dating situation, it was a relationship. It The person that I was dating started to have like some we'll call them hardships in his life.
Okay.
Like he had some difficulties in his job, and somebody passed away that was close to him, and he started just to kind of shut down and become distant, and so that just kind of like broke down the relationship. It was long distance at the time, and so I think that didn't help, which is another reason kind of like I would prefer somebody that is a little bit closer.
Okay. A long distance, as in Austin, Texas, or Wyoming?
He was living in Ohio at the time.
Oh, Ohio. Where'd you meet this fella who's from Ohio?
So we met on Instagram actually a few years ago, and then like we talked for a little while. I ended up getting into a relationship, and I was in that relationship for maybe about a year and a half or so, and then I became single again, and he waited a little while, and he kind of spun the block, and so then we kind of started dating for a little while, and then things just kind of didn't work out.
Okay. So he was lurking and he was kind of plotting on you, waiting for his chance.
That is what it seems like happened.
Okay. And then he just went through a hardship and he was like, all right, like this is too much. I
Yes,
gotta.
so he was in the process of starting a brand new business venture. So I mean, there was a lot of time taken up with that, and then he had a death in his family. I really feel like it was the death that was like the proverbial nail that kind of made him just shut down a little bit emotionally. It seemed like he wasn't used to dealing with his emotions with people around, if
Mm.
that makes sense.
No, no, it makes sense.
So
As
he just kind of started communicating.
Yeah, as guys, we kind of shut down when it comes to talking about our feelings, uh, and I mean that's okay when you're single, but when you're in a relationship, and you said there was a relationship, you have to convey your feelings to the other person because you're in Houston, he's in Ohio. You have no idea what he's thinking, and vice versa. So, he
Yeah.
that's something that he got to work on, but that's in the past. That's in the past. Did he have any kids or no?
Yes, in the past. Yes, he had two kids, two boys as well.
Okay. And see that's the thing about when you're dating with kids and the kids get close with the other kids is like that's the part that's hard because like those kids form a connection depending on how close they get or if they get to
We
meet.
we didn't date long enough for the kids.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Perfect. 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 Thank
Yeah.
goodness. Let me see. Is there anybody here who any guys, we struggle to get the guys in here, but the guys Hope says put me in the game, coach. Hope, is that a girl? So Hope, we could put you in the game next, but Tiana is looking for men.
So let's try. They ask a ton of questions. What's the name of the site, Morgan?
Let me see. Oh yeah, Morgan, can we get the name of that website? AI dating. Wow, AI dating.
What does
Hmm.
that mean? Like, what is AI dating?
Artificial intelligence dating, kind of like Chat GPT dating. I guess you would tell them what you want, and
Wow.
then they would match you with the perfect person.
Wow. That's crazy.
Hmm.
Technology.
Let
Hmm.
me see. David, uh, Morgan is my type. Spawneroo. Is that a guy or I can't see? Is that a dude? Spooneroo. So for the purposes of this live stream, it would be helpful if you oh, you're talking about Morgan, not Tiana. Okay, all right. I'm looking for Tiana's person right now, but it'd be helpful if y'all had like a real profile picture so we can see, like a picture, like a good picture of you. If this was a dating site, how can people see? Let me see. It's your duty to stay here. All right. All right. So, Tiana, where can people find you if they want to reach out to you? So, the last guy you're dating was on Instagram. Y'all met on Instagram. So clearly, IG somewhere where you've been able to find romantic, uh, partners. Is that accurate?
Yeah, well, I mean, not typically because my audience is majority women because I do fashion and beauty content. Um, but
Mm,
on Instagram is Tiana the lawyer, and on TikTok is Tiana underscore the lawyer, spelled the
Tiana the
regular way.
lawyer.
TIA. Mm-hmm.
TIA. Let me pull up your Instagram.
Oh, I
Tiana the
forgot to
lawyer.
mention I was a lawyer before I did this. Yeah, I did say that. Did we talk about that?
You say you did what?
I said, did I mention that part?
Mention which part?
I was a lawyer before I started doing this.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And your name on TikTok says Tiana the lawyer. So I'm like, oh, she's a lawyer.
Yeah,
What type of law do you practice?
none currently. I'm completely retired from that. I do this full time. But at the time when I started my social media account, which is why
Mhm.
the name was Tiana the lawyer, I was doing criminal and family law.
Oh wow, criminal and
And
family law.
I was practicing for about 5 years before the pandemic hit, and I started my TikTok page. And then the TikTok page just kind of took over, and now we're here, and it's
Okay,
been what 4 years now.
congratulations. So you
So
started during that boom, and you were able to get your profile to go up.
yeah, I mean, it didn't happen like immediately. I was on there for maybe like a few months before it started to grow, and I realized that like I could make money from it.
Mhm.
And so then I started a couple affiliate programs, started a business, and then just kind of kept working it until I was able to make enough where I could quit my practice.
That's awesome. That the power of social media. I'm forever grateful for TikTok. For obvious reasons, but it gives you a chance to do what you actually want to do. And then now you can work from home. You can be with your kids more. You can actually do
Yeah,
what you want to do.
yeah, it's great to be honest. Like TikTok has really been a blessing.
Mhm. It sets you up for success. All right, guys, fellas, and this is why we need more males on this platform. We got Tiana the lawyer on here. I'm looking at her Instagram. she's showing out on IG with the photos, the mirror selfies. You know,
See, I better plug your business.
she's showing out on.
So
Go
my
ahead.
jewelry business is accent accessories. Libby said all about that.
Oh, so is it the where are you pushing right now? Is it the jewelry business or what's being pushed more?
Yeah. So the jewelry business is the thing that I'm completely focusing on right this second. I mean,
Mm,
obviously I have ADHD, so like my content does not have a niche. I tend to bounce around between fashion, beauty, DIY. I mean, I make money from various sources other than my jewelry business, but this is my main focus right this second. We
got
sell accent jewelry, hence the name, accent pieces, statement pieces, something that's a little bit unique.
it.
If you want to check it out, the website is accentaccessories.shop.
Accent accessories. Let me put that in the chat. Accent, like people like an accent, like a voice, right?
Yes, ACCENT.
Okay, accent accessories.com.
Yes, dot shop.
Accent accessories.com. Is that the correct address right there?
That's it.
Website address?
Shop.
Accent accessories shop.
Accent accessories dot shop.
Shop. Why are you making it so complicated?
dot com available.
Okay, all right. Somebody beat you to it. Accent accessories dot shop. Is that correct right there? Is that good right
That
there?
is correct. Thank you.
All right, perfect. All right, so,
Yes.
and you have ADHD too, so that's perfect for this community. And I got a question. Now, this one might
Yeah.
be a bit personal. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But at my last comedy show, I was talking to a couple doing some crowd work, and I asked them how long they had been dating. They had been dating for 2 years. And I said, "Did y'all hook up on the first night? Did y'all do the Mickey Ficky on the first night?" And they said yes. And I said, "Do y'all, do both y'all, or does one of y'all have ADHD?" And the girl had ADHD, and she was the one who made the first move. And I believe that a lot of us with ADHD, and I've done it before, and this led to successful relationships. So, are you the type of person that if you're feeling somebody, like you got the guy, he lives in your area, he got some kids, everything that you talked about, he matches what you're looking for. Y'all go out to State 48, you have a great dinner, the vibes are right on the first night. Is it going down or no?
It's not going down.
It's not going down?
It's not going down. Not with somebody that I want to seriously date as a potential
Mhm.
partner. No, it's not going down.
Oh, even if the vibes are right.
We'll schedule a second date.
Okay, 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 okay. And that could be a pretty good strategy because it looks like you're looking for something serious now. Like you're looking for somebody to do life with. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So no hookups, no random Mickey Ficky.
No.
Okay. All right. And it's important to establish that off the rip. How do you weed out guys who say that they want something serious, but it ends up being they just want to hit
Time.
time?
Uh, Paying attention to the red flags. Um, you can tell a lot by nonverbal cues and paying attention. My pattern recognition is pretty good.
Mm, mm. Libby says no. Well, Libby, she wants something serious. So in that case, that's why it's important to
Yeah.
state what you want off the rip. Because even if let's say Tiana said, okay, I want something serious. If she meets somebody and she just does on the first night, then she's gonna be stuck in that situation where you're like a forever girlfriend, but you never become the wife, which is what it looks like you're trying to become. Isn't that
Yeah,
okay? Have you been married before?
I have not.
Okay. Well, in order to do something that you've never done before, you have to, in order to get somewhere that you've never been, you have to do something you've never done before. So, you being 36, well, when's your birthday?
June 26th.
June 26. Okay. So it's coming up in a couple of months.
Hmm.
37.
Yep, 37.
37. Okay, and look, I promise you, your person's out there. It's just the fact that they could be in Tulsa, you know. Uh, I don't know.
I've never been to Tulsa.
Have you been to Oklahoma before?
Nope.
Okay. I've never been out. Thinking about going to Oklahoma City this weekend just cause, just randomly. I feel like I
Okay.
was going to go there.
Let
You're
me
like,
know how it is.
watch, there's gonna be a lot of baddies out there for me, which means that your guy could be out there in Oklahoma because you have to switch it up.
Mhm.
If you're home with your kids, are you going out to places where the person that you would want would be at?
I'm trying. I'm trying to make more of an effort, and I think that's part of the reason why it's been so difficult because I work from home and have for the past 4 years or so. I'm not typically
Um,
I don't really go out that often,
mm,
but I'm pressing the issue a little more. I went out to dinner by myself the other day and
okay.
at the bar. So like I'm trying to make an effort. I'm trying to make an effort, but I don't meet people in my natural life, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like I'm gonna have to go out of the way.
that's probably the biggest problem right there because everybody, like the person that you would want to meet, they're at home chilling too, taking care of their kids. So it's about figuring out how to meet them.
Mm-hmm.
But dinner is a good way to go. You go out there, you look around, you pivot. Your person
Yeah,
can be out there.
I got dressed up real nice.
Hmm.
It was nice. I
Oh
said I got dressed up real nice. I wore a little dress, some heels, and I went and sat at the bar.
yeah. What color dress?
Green,
Green. Okay, okay, okay.
green, with some gold heels. It's cute. It's a cute
Yeah.
little outfit.
Talk to him. Okay, green with the gold. So and clearly, you're very beautiful. I'm looking at your Instagram right here. So it's just a matter of getting out there. My community, the guys who watch us, after the fact, and I keep telling the
Mm-hmm.
fellas, I'm like, hey, look, y'all need to come to this live stream because there's an abundance of women out here. Y'all need to come. Y'all need to pay attention. So for somebody who is looking to get in contact with you, the Instagram Tiana the lawyer, correct?
Yes.
Tiana the lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
How often you check DMs?
Every day.
Every day. All right, guys, uh, and only guys, because she said she's not into girls and she's not into hookups. So guys who are looking for something serious, if you're in the Houston, Texas area, I've looked at Tiana's Instagram. She's really like that. Make sure you hit her up. Send her a message. Make sure you come correct. She wants marriage. So make sure you work on your credit score and you work on, your, on yourself. Go to therapy. Come correct. Come with kids because that's what she wants. She turns 37 at the end of June. So we don't get her set up. Make sure you come correct. Yeah. Tiana, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. Have a good night.
Bye.
All right. Take care. All right. So we got Tiana on the show. That was outstanding. That was great. That was great. Those of y'all on TikTok, this show is not it's not pre-recorded. It's actually live. But that was fantastic. And I keep telling all the guys, hey, there's a lot of women or women who are into women. There's a lot of women out here. So supply and demand, supply and demand. Uh, oh, for me, I don't have any kids. She wants somebody with kids. Um, be proud. Oh, you can't wish you were a man. If I were a boy, I don't think I got a body count. He called me a veteran. I missed the conversation that was going on while I was talking to Tiana. All I heard was um, somebody said something like, uh, "Everybody likes boobs." I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What did I miss?" Oh, here, I'm like, "Dang it! I missed the part with the boobs. Dang it! Dang it!" But keep in mind, y'all, dating is there's a science to it. And that's one of the difficult things about being at home all the time. It's a blessing that we're able to work from home and people who have kids are able to take care of the kids. But if you're looking to meet your person, it's going to be very hard to do that within the four walls of your home, and then you're gonna have to rely on online dating. And I think over half of the relationships that are started today are initiated online, whether it's like an Instagram, whether it's a dating app. So that seems to be how people meet nowadays. I remember back in the day when you met somebody from Tinder and you're at a family function and they're like, "Oh, where'd y'all meet?" You would say, "Oh, we met at church, or we met at the at the Lakers game." Or, like, you come up with some bogus excuse because you were ashamed to admit it, that you met your person online. Nowadays, there's no shame. If online dating works for you, I think it's fantastic. I just know how the apps are. I just know that it's all built off of algorithm to make them money, which is fine. I have two businesses as well, so I'm all for making money. But them making money is at the expense of your mental health when it makes you feel like you're worthless and you're just a swipe. So it's a delicate balance. I think it can be good, but it's something else. Uh, Kobe does. I joined the couple of big boos. Of course, you're a guy. And Kobe is Megan from Florida here? Because if Megan from Florida is here, I would love to get Kobe and Megan here on the stream. Uh, but I mean, if y'all have already contacted each other off the stream, then it is what it is. But if y'all want to come out here and talk, I'm definitely down for that too. Katie May says it's so hard for us introverts who work. Yeah, when you work from home, it's difficult. It's really hard. And you're introvert too. Let me see. Dating, relationships, and friendships at work. You either want to do the homework or not. You're correct, and I actually think that. And look, I'm not from America originally. I'm from Ghana, West Africa. So there's more of an emphasis on culture, and there's more emphasis on relationships and community. So we put a lot of effort into our friendships. Like, I will fly across the country for a friend's birthday party, or like a baby shower, because that stuff means a lot to me. And that's camaraderie, it's intimacy. It doesn't have to be all relationships, but we need our people around us. So you need that, and you need the romantic part as well. Because a life without any Mickey Ficky, that's not a fun life. Ghana rep, talk to him. You can meet mature adults at grocery store, Target, golf course, brunch, any day events. Janine, you're right, but you make it sound way easier than it actually is. Oh, Megan's here. Megan and Kobe, are y'all here? Because I personally want to get y'all on the stream. Um, but if y'all have already made a connection, then y'all are good. My favorite person got married to the first match on Tinder. I'm the wingman, and he said he hit, and she made him vegan pizza. They probably have ADHD, because this sounds like an ADHD relationship. Um, and she made him vegan pizza. Now they're married and they have a baby on the way. So, and look, there's nothing against the dating sites. Like, sometimes Tinder works. Sometimes the Bumbles, and sometimes it'll work. Aiden on TikTok, what's going on? Oh, Kobe, it's all good. It's all good. If you don't get on live stream, it's fine. Whoever wants to get on the live stream is open though. And I gotta give Tiana some credit. She put herself out there at 36, from Houston, Texas, single. Her Instagram, she's obviously very pretty. She's beautiful, but she's looking for a specific thing. So if you don't fit that requirement, mainly mentality wise, like if you don't want the same things that she wants, you need not apply. I will get on live. What's that? I'm not sure what that is. Um, Dating is a lot of work. Yeah, no. Look, dating it's a mental health struggle depending on who you date, and where your head is at that time. So you gotta be careful. Culture is amazing, and understanding another culture is even better. Yeah, and we do have culture here in America, and some people do emphasize families more. I think in the South where I'm from, there's a bit more of an emphasis on family, faith, football, and maybe out in California not as much. But we all the things that we hold near and dear to our hearts. If you find people who have those same interests, that's how you get that compatibility. Um, Let me see. Oh, Megan, you get a live stream? Mm. Megan says I'll get on live stream, and I'm ready to shoot my shot before I take this wig off. All right, so Megan and Hope, uh, what are y'all looking? Are you able to drop your email addresses in the chat so I can send y'all a link? Send y'all a link. Info or I can just put my info at kojosarfo.com. That's yeah. So y'all can email me there, and I'll send you a link back. Uh, Janet Jackson says, "Do you know any good sites for people who don't mind dating plus size women? Because I honestly think in America the culture doesn't really celebrate us. If they do, it's more so the stereotypical. From what I know and from what I believe to be true, I would say that in America plus size women are not celebrated that much from what I've seen. I'm not from this country, but from my home country, Ghana, West Africa, where I'm from, and Nigeria, like the West African countries. I'm not sure about East Africa, but in West Africa, plus size women are celebrated, and in many cases they're preferred. I've talked to many guys. These are African guys, by the way, who have looked at a woman that I consider to be like just regular size. Like I don't know what regular size is. 150 pounds. I don't know, but they'll look at a woman who's like in the normal weight range for her height and all that, and they'll say, "No, she's too skinny." I can think of a particular friend of mine who was like, "Nah, she's too skinny," and saw another girl who said she was like 190 pounds. She's like, "Nah, too skinny." So like in the African cultures, I think bigger women are celebrated more, and in America, I don't know why the celebration is not as much in America, but in Africa, there's a true celebration of plus size women, and it's not even like fetish related. It's just that's the preference. So if you have a passport, Ghana is becoming really nice. I think they have some modern restaurants out there. It's advanced, so keep that in mind. And somebody on TikTok says it feels more fetishized here. I would agree with that. Just from what I've seen here in America, um, but I can't speak on everything. Chantal has an amazing girlfriend who has a husband. Yeah, dating apps can work. They can work. Oh, you emailed. So I'm just throwing out a number. I'm just throwing out a number. Oh yeah, the food in Ghana is good. All right, I've been in this country since 1999. Oh, you hope they come online? Okay. And yes, Morgan, you can get on the live to make friends as well. So anytime we have the speed dating, if you want to get on the live just to make friends, that is perfectly fine. I'm cool with that. And even on like, I think Bumble, one of those dating apps, they have like a section where you can make friends. So this is about companionship. Not all companionship has to lead to the Mickey Ficky. Keep that in mind. It's just that the Mickey Ficky is what excites us, right? We want to go straight for the Mickey Ficky, but sometimes it's not all about the Mickey Ficky. All right. Megan, let's get Megan on the stream. Megan K. Let me get Megan K on the stream. No, I think this is a fantastic place to make friends because people are all spread out. Somebody's in Texas, somebody's in New York, somebody's in Oklahoma, somebody's in Florida, Nebraska, Washington. But with the internet, we're connected. My significant other is autistic, and I see. Yeah, I talked about autism in a couple of videos. What's beautiful in Abuja and Accra. Libby, that's facts. That's big facts. That's big facts. Yeah, Libby, that's big facts. New York in the house. New York in the house. Um, uh, Spooneroo. I don't know if anybody's in the Colorado area. Earlier, somebody had mentioned that they were in the Colorado area, and I think it was a lady. And I'm assuming you're into women. I kind of default to the heteronormative, but correct me at any time. Please feel free to correct me. Ooh. All right, so some people have emailed, so I got to get ready. Crap my neck. All right. I'm ready for whoever comes on. Hey, I do comedy too. It's all good. Not me. I don't like to go to the freaky. I'm not that type of woman. Look, if you don't like going to the Mickey Ficky straight away, that's fine. You just have to meet somebody who also wants to take their time and not go straight to the Mickey Ficky. All right. It's about compatibility. All right, okay. Are you? All right. All right. All right. I think there was a lady from Colorado somewhere. Uh, yeah. Oh wait, it's time for water breaks. Somebody drop the magic word in, and then drop the magic word in, and then let's get the water break in, and then we'll bring the right people into the live stream and go from there. Oh, are you asking me if I like them thick or no? Uh, I do I have a preference? Um, I'm going back to past women I've talked to. Uh, the kind of small, but I've dated. I think I've dated a couple of thick chicks back in the day. Uh, I definitely have. I definitely have. Um, but they tend to kind of uh, run smaller. But everything is beautiful to me, and also it's just the vibe you get from a person. Just the vibe, just the vibe you get. Um, and this is live mental health speed dating. So people are finding their person on this live stream, and they will also, people are in the chat finding friendships, connections. And also, so Rachel, if this is your first time being on the live stream, we have live streams where we talk about ADHD, about autism. So please, feel free to stick around. If not, if this stream isn't the stream for you, there's going to be streams that you enjoy in the future. I definitely agree with that. And look, it's all good. My thing is, don't ever worry about wherever whoever you are, there's somebody out there who will love you the exact way that you are right now. Right now. Leilani, how you doing? Oh, did we get the so we'll get Megan in quickly, but did we get the did somebody drop the magic word in? And while somebody drops the magic word so we can get to the water break, Holly is in Indianapolis looking for friends. So if you're in that area and you're on Facebook and you see Holly and you want to be friends with Holly, you can click her. I think you can click her picture. You should be able to send her a message. Say, hey, I see you're in Indianapolis. I'm in Carmel, Indiana. Can we be friends? So use this stream to also find some friends too. All right. Magic word. Big cheers. Time to get some water. Look, we have two people in Indianapolis. Ashley, there we go. This could be the beginning of a friendship that easy. So this is why it's important to drop a location in there. All right, let's get Megan in.
Hi there.
What's up, Megan? How you doing?
I've been following you for a long time. I'm autistic and I really appreciate a lot of your content. I've been
Appreciate
looking for a partner for a long time, and being autistic, it's something that I don't like a lot of small talk. I have a lot of problems with just connecting with people who want to have that deeper connection than just small talk all day. So
it.
I'd love some tips on how to meet more autistic people, or people that have ADHD. And I live in Baltimore, and I'm a healthcare professional, and I've been struggling because online dating is full of people who, hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? How's your day? How's your day? And it's like a repetition. It's so hard.
Yeah, it's difficult. And there's something about this community between all of the different platforms. People follow me for a specific thing. Um, I think I'm getting feedback somewhere. How do we eliminate that feedback? Or are you watching the stream
No,
also?
I
Or
turned it off.
let me see how we could. Is it from TikTok or?
It might be on your end from because I don't have anything going here.
All right, you don't hear yourself. Do I hear myself?
Nope,
Testing.
I don't hear myself.
All right. Okay. All right. I think I should be good. Either way, I'm gonna keep going. So there's something about this community I think is really special, and people follow me for a certain reason, right? Because they have
Mhm.
some type of interest in ADHD or autism, or they know somebody who's affected by it, or they have one of those conditions themselves. So it's about putting yourself in an environment where people can find you. So if you're in the comment section and you're talking about you don't like small talk, you like to get straight to the point. You should be able to find people just within this community right here who want the same thing. Because if you're dating using the neurotypical rules and guidelines, it's going to be frustrating because you have to go through all this small talk just to be seen as somebody who does
Yeah.
not. So it just clicks better when you find your people. Like when you find your tribe, and amongst your tribe, your person will be there. But it is echoing. Move the two sets of mics and speakers
Yeah,
out.
I try to do like things I like board games. I find a lot of neurotypical people, and there's some hobbies that I have that I've tried to find people. I'm also in some neurodivergent groups online. And I was just diagnosed a couple years ago, so I don't know that I was missing, like I didn't know I was missing the social signals and cues and all those things. Most people, because of the way I talk, don't believe I'm autistic, or when I talk to people online, they think, oh well, this girl must have some mental issues, and maybe she's stupid. They have a lot. I appreciate all of your awareness about autism, because we're not stupid. In fact, Tesla and Einstein and so many people were autistic that made so many incredible discoveries, you know.
It's just a different form of communication.
Yeah.
It's just a
And
different form
that's
of
exactly what
communication.
I tell my clients. And, people are like, well, I can't possibly be autistic. I'm like, well, why don't you take the RADSR and see and get evaluated and, try to figure it out. Because like, how many people on online dating, they've actually told, we've been talking and I'm like, have you ever thought about maybe you being autistic too? And they're like, no way, I'm definitely not autistic. I'm like, why don't you take the RADSR? And then they do it, and then they have a higher score than I do, and then they
Mm.
go on and on about, oh my God, the medical system failed me. I don't trust the medical system anymore. How did they not figure this out? And then they're like, this is why oh my God. And then they read about it, and then they figure out that that's what they are.
That's what they are. And somebody has a suggestion here. Uh, can you see if you can mute me some way somehow? Will that work if you mute me or?
Are other people hearing the feedback?
Yeah,
Like,
I hear a little bit of feedback. I know there's somebody on this stream who is um really good with like like noise stuff. I'm just not really good with that type of stuff. So I'm learning to ask for help. But I think it's a little bit better now. I think it's better.
I
Testing,
haven't
testing.
done anything. I'm just sitting here.
Okay. Is the feedback better now? All right. I don't hear any feedback. I think we're good.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. So we're good. We're good. We're good. Perfect. 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 All right. So Megan, how
Yeah,
old are you?
I'm 38.
38. Okay. Any kids?
No,
Okay. So
just
single,
a
no,
dog that's
no
running
kids.
around here somewhere.
Okay. And you're in Baltimore, correct?
Yeah.
Are you willing to relocate for your person?
Maybe. I have a mom that's here, and
Okay.
I want to stick around for her too. I prefer to stay in Baltimore, but there's an option potentially, if that area has I have Ehlers-Danlos and some other, healthcare things that I have to make sure I'm around a doctor that can really help me
Help
with
you
that.
out. Okay. So you are open to being in a big city, right?
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
some big cities don't have specialists for it. I'm actually on
Mhm.
something called the Ehlers-Danlos Consortium, and so I have connections to providers that also work with us. But it's really hard. It's actually tied with autism in a lot of ways. Most autistic people are hypermobile and they dislocate their joints and they have massive issues, POTS, and all these things, right? So it's becoming more prevalent to have doctors have awareness, but that's my biggest thing with moving is my health care and being away from my mom who's more growing older and needs help occasionally, but maybe she can move too.
Right, but we want to make sure you find the right person. So,
Yeah.
we'll stick around the DMV. So, 38 years old, you date younger, older?
I don't really I really don't mind either way. It's more about the connection. I'm very demisexual, right? I love to meet people who I can connect with. Like I went to the Mensa conference this past summer and I connected with a gentleman that was like 23 and I didn't know he was 23. He didn't act,
Ooh, okay, 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 okay.
but he's kind of an old man in terms of a lot of aspects. He's kind of, like me, like we're kind of old souls. So we got along really well. But it's age is not a huge thing for me.
Okay.
Really, between the all the other things that life has to bring, it's more about finding somebody who our love languages match and things like
Mm,
that. I'm big on the penguin pebbling and the being alone together and a lot of the neurodivergent ways that I show love or can be different.
oh no, we lost her. We lost her. Megan, we lost you, but we will not. This is just an intermission. We will get you back on the stream the moment that Megan gets back in. We will, continue. But very interesting. 38 years old, and she was able to connect with a 23-year-old. And the younger guy to older woman connection is very, very popular. Uh, Even though at 23 your frontal lobe probably hasn't developed yet, but there's probably some guys out there who, younger guys who, can hang in with it, with a woman like that. I did not hang up on her. I did not hang up on her. I just lost connection, so I'm not sure what happened. Um, Let me see, Megan. So I'm still waiting for Megan to come on. After Megan comes on, we will have Hope, and then Megan K, the other Megan. Uh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Are
Hi,
we good?
sorry, I lost computer. My computer was kind of screwing up, so it just dropped the connection. But I'm back.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Perfect. All right. So we're good to go. We're good to go. So we were talking about how you said you connected with a guy who was 23 and you're 38.
Yeah, it was surprising. I mean, I actually
Mm.
didn't know until we had already connected how old he was because I don't ask small talk questions. So I didn't. Yeah, but I'm open to people that are kind, and I'm a very loving, generous person, and I need somebody. I've been in a lot of relationships before where I'm very giving and they're very taking, and it's not reciprocal, right? So
Right.
I need a partner, right? I need
Right.
somebody who's willing to be on my team and I'm on theirs, and
Mhm.
men that are willing to be vulnerable and don't think that women are the enemy, and don't have that defensive stance all the time. I think that's
Yeah.
been something I've had the biggest trouble with finding.
Yeah, and especially being autistic too, and also being a giver, you have to be very, very careful that you don't, because givers attract people who are takers.
Oh yeah.
You know.
That's been a lot of my experience, unfortunately. But
Mm,
I've worked with a therapist and I have better boundaries now, and I believe in self-improvement. I believe in really everybody can change something, and not that I'm not good enough, right? But
mhm.
it's always a journey of you can always learn more. You can always do better in your life, and for finding somebody, and but still be yourself.
Right. Okay. All right. So, younger guys work for you. Are you opposed to older guys, like a guy in his 40s, or?
Oh no,
Um,
I prefer. I mean, I would prefer somebody 40-ish, just because they're usually in the same life. Hey, Ella, come here, baby. Somebody outside doing something. Come here. You want to be on the TV?
Boundaries and effective, transparent communication are key. Drew,
And
it is. It
Dude,
most definitely is.
come
Mm. The energy I'm getting from you is a very inviting energy. I'm getting a real good energy from you. It feels like you're
on.
open for
Yeah,
something.
I am. And,
Mm.
like, I have a lot of love to give, and it's all going to this little bugger.
Can we see the dog?
Yeah, Anna! Oh, she's got the zoomies right now. She's so excited.
The dog's excited because
Yes,
the
girl.
dog wants a dad.
Oh, yes, she does. Absolutely. She loves men. Every time I have a guy friend over, she's like, "Okay, he's my daddy now." I'm like, "No, he's already married."
She's like, another guy? Is he the
Oh,
one?
is he the one? No, I don't
Mm.
know. No, like I have dinner parties. I love to cook, and I'll have a bunch of friends over. And I'm Armenian, so I make a killer kebab and pilaf and all sorts of stuff. And it would be really great if I could find an Armenian. Oh God, I would
Mm.
just die for a good Armenian husband. But
Oh,
uh,
okay.
you
And
know,
I think you froze for a second. Do y'all see her, or did she freeze?
I'm here. Can I? Do you hear me?
Okay, all right, okay, I see you.
Oh,
Just making sure.
I
All right.
I think I think my internet's just kind of funny tonight. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, no, it's all good. It's all good. This is a novel show. We're gonna power through it. We're gonna power through it.
Okay.
So, you prefer Armenians? Similar culture?
Well, yeah, I mean, just because I can share the culture. I mean, again, I've
Mm.
been looking for an Armenian since I was 5 years old, but yeah, it's probably not. It's probably not. Finding an autistic Armenian is going to be the hardest thing ever. So, again, I'm not picky on those things. I'm picky on if somebody can communicate properly with me, if we care about each other, if we're both can give to each other and have I'm also open to poly relationships.
Okay.
Basically open to everything except somebody who is mean or neurotypical that really will not help me understand them. And
Hmm.
I don't think I could be with somebody who's racist or ableist or anything like that, obviously. But I mean, I just a kind, good person that I can just love for the rest of my life would be the best thing ever. It really would.
Hmm. Have you ever heard of a place called Glendale?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I have some family there, well, around the corner, and I've been there, and I don't know, I didn't find a lot of single professionals. Like the single guys were like the little mafia guys at the gas station.
Glendale is a wonderful place.
I know. Well, it is wonderful. I just don't know how many. I mean, I'm educated, and I don't necessarily need a guy as educated as I am. But I don't think I'd want a mafia guy either.
Okay, and you said poly. So is this? I'm still learning about poly relationships. Uh, in my past, I've only like cheated and had to apologize for that. But I don't know too much about poly when it's multiple people that are intentionally within the relationship. So
Yeah.
is this you're open to like a guy and a girl, or a guy, like
Yeah.
how have you pictured it in your mind?
So again, there's a lot of situations. So I actually met a guy a couple weeks ago, and he has a partner that he lives with, and then he has a partner that he's been with for a couple years as well. And he's lovely, and I'm gonna spend time with him and see how it works out. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll be his third partner. I don't know. Like, but
Hmm.
he's wonderful. He's a beautiful man, and he is kind, and we had such an amazing conversation. We talk every day. But I don't know if we're just going to be friends. I don't we've only met once so far, so how would we know what we're meant to be yet? I think it's going to take time.
And where'd you meet this guy from?
um One of the like OK Cupid type websites.
Okay, Cupid. Oh, I didn't know those websites even worked. Okay.
Oh, they work. Oh, they work, especially OK Cupid. I have a profile that's like 4 pages long. It's crazy, but any guy who reads it, here's my trick. I put a code word in there, like a code word orange, or, do you accept this challenge or whatever? And if they accept the challenge, then I know that they read the profile. How many guys come on there and say, oh, I read your profile, I thought it was great? Well, did you? Because you didn't say orange and you didn't say spaghetti. Like, I know that sounds absolutely crazy, but these guys lie. And they're like, oh, she's pretty, I'm going to say I read her profile. And then they don't. I don't want a liar. I just don't.
Mm. You want that straightforward communication.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Are there any guys, before I get to the next person, are there any guys right now who have heard from Megan in Baltimore, Maryland, and you want to hop on this live stream right now, right here, right now, and shoot your shot? Are there any guys? Speak now or forever hold your peace. I think Kobe had mentioned something. Um, your unique profiles was going to attract the best guys. Well, I like taking that unique approach. I've never heard of that before. I've never heard of that before. I've never heard
Yeah.
that before. Guys, don't be scared. Scared money don't make no money. Come on, fellas. She's educated, professional in Baltimore. And in the big city, there's a couple of airports out there, BWI,
Oh, yeah.
again,
WI.
you know. So if you got to get to Baltimore, you can get to Baltimore from wherever, your location is. Are you open to long distance, or you're against long distance?
Yeah. No, I can do long distance.
Well, see, and here's the thing. This is why it has to be very specific to the person. Like Leilani's saying, politics, a lot of communication, so on and so forth. So because of what you have told me, Megan, you said that you are willing to date somebody who's older, somebody who's younger. You do prefer somebody in the same culture, but you're open and flexible. You're open to long distance relationships. You would consider poly because you have a lot of options open. You will
Yeah.
get a lot of inquiries. So as long as you know what your boundaries are, because you're probably going to get more inquiries than the average person because you're open to more. So as long
Yeah.
as you just lock in on what your boundaries and your non-negotiables are, you'll be okay here. But there should be quite some guys who reach out.
I
Um,
hope so. My DMs are open and just say like, "Hey, I saw you on the Coach Show." Like the just not that they're randoms. Like sometimes the randoms are just like, "Hey, beautiful," and I'm like, I don't. They got to say where they saw me or what they want.
right. And so on your Facebook profile, can people DM you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All
I
right.
don't.
So, and for people who are watching Facebook, can you help me out? If let's say somebody you're watching on Facebook right now and you see Megan's Facebook profile, can you click on it and send her a message like directly? I just want to make sure that that's how it works.
You should be able to do that.
You should be able to, but I'm not sure. But I should think that you could click, your profile, and Libby says yes. Perfect.
Okay,
Perfect.
good.
And somebody was asking, are you only interested in guys or is it girls too?
No, honestly, I'm pansexual, so everybody.
You said, what sexual?
Pan.
Pan. Okay, I heard Cam. I was like, is
No,
that is
so
that a new one? So for the girls, shoot your shot as well.
yeah, you know, I don't I don't think that I can be picky as long I'm picky about the important stuff. I don't think it's important what somebody looks like to me. I want it's their soul, it's their intelligence, it's their values. That's the important stuff.
Mhm. Okay. So, and when I said you and I just wasn't sure because I have to make sure I stay up to date on all the terms. But so a physical attraction on a scale of 1 to 10, where is that? Like, what's the number for you? How important is that?
Two.
2?
But here's the thing. So I'll tell you, my last boyfriend, we met. We talked for a while online. It was the pandemic, and then we met outside in a hot park, and he was sweating and he was smelly and he was gross, and I had no attraction to that man. I want
Uh-huh.
to by our third date, he finally, he showered, he went to the gym, he got to my house, and he was the sexiest man. And after the third date, we were inseparable for 2 years.
Oh, wow, wow. May I ask why the relationship ended?
He had a cocaine habit.
Substances. Wow.
And then, he had a lot of really bad pathological demand avoidance that I took as rejection. So I'd say, hey, honey, can
Ooh.
you buy me flowers once a year? And he'd be like, no, flowers are stupid. I'm not buying you flowers. Hey, honey,
Mm,
I'd like to go to dinner once a month. No, I'm not planning dinner. Like, everything was a no, right? And
mm.
I would do amazing things for him. Like, he liked Magic the Gathering. So I made a book for his birthday of 100 different Magic the Gathering cards and a story that
That's
went.
super
Some of
sweet.
the story was like about our love together. There was like a wedding, and it was so cute. It was so
Mhm.
cute. And another thing, during the pandemic, I cooked him a 7-course French meal, decorated the whole house like France, decorated it with
Wow.
rayon. We watched French movies, and I even photoshopped us in France. There's even a picture of him holding my boob. It's actually on my profile somewhere, I think. And
A picture of him holding your what?
boob.
Oh, boob.
It was hilarious. It was and this is who I am. I'm a really fun loving person, and I don't want somebody who's going to bring me down
Yeah.
by, no, you can't have flowers. Oh, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm just going to do cocaine. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's the thing about substances. It's so unfortunate. I've seen substances ruin great people, and at least you're able to understand, where some of the downfall of the relationship came from, and
Yeah.
you're even able to tie, your rejection and then his PDA. When you have that much knowledge and insight into why the relationship failed or what he was struggling with, it allows you to be a bit more empathetic towards the
Oh,
person, and then
absolutely.
your energy is good for the future because your energy is open and is inviting. So you're not letting the past hold you back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're still friendly. I mean, talked about a month ago, caught up on stuff. I mean, like, no ill will.
Mhm.
I'm still friends with his friends. His best friend died, and I'm still friends with his wife. And
Oh,
you
sorry.
know, it was there's a lot. There was a lot that went on. There was a
Mhm.
lot that went on. But I I have to persevere. If I want to find the person I love, I have to continue trying to find
Yeah.
them, continue working to make me open and everything that I need to do.
Yeah, no, 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 and you're doing a good job of being open, and your energy's in the right place. And for whoever comes in your life, I want to just make sure that that person is also a giver. You don't need a taker. You have a really good spirit. You don't need a taker at all because you naturally want to give, and we have a lot of love to give. And you're too quick to give it. Sometimes you run into those takers, but I,
Yeah.
I feel like your ability to gauge people's intentions is pretty good. And I like where you're at. For the people who are willing, or people who want to DM you or hit you up, how should they do that? On Facebook, or do you have an Instagram, or
Yeah, Facebook is the main one. I also have an Instagram. It's no, Megan V 28.
Megan V 28?
Mm-hmm. But Facebook, I'm on Facebook like all the time, so it's totally easier.
Okay, all right. Facebook is easier. And on Facebook, what does your name pop up as?
Megan Vanessa.
Megan Vanessa. See, that's a very kind of a generic name. It could be a lot of Megan Vanessas,
Yeah.
right?
But I'm the first one.
Oh, you're the first Megan Vanessa?
Yeah, it's like, how there's like Megan Vanessa 1, Megan Vanessa, whatever. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm Megan Vanessa 9. Like, if you go to the profile, it'll be like Megan Vanessa _9.
Megan Vanessa _9.
I don't know, but just try Megan Vanessa. It'll pop up. I'm a girl. I'm the girl with the penguins. My profile picture has penguins. It's lovely.
Penguin.
Yeah, we went to pet the penguins.
Okay. So Megan, Are you in the picture as well, or just penguins?
Yeah, it's me and the penguins.
Gotcha. Oh, all right, okay. So Megan Vanessa with the penguins in the profile picture. Uh, thank you for coming on. And guys or girls, if you she's open, she's ready, go out there and make that connection. She has a good spirit and she's willing to bring some people into her life. Megan
Yeah.
Vanessa, it was a pleasure. Thank you for coming on the show.
You are amazing. Thank you so much for all you do. And make some videos about PDA for us. I think there would be
Ah,
many so many things about that that we could get help with. But you're amazing. Have a lovely evening.
thank you so much. And I will take that into account. Make some more PDA videos.
All right. Bye.
Thank you, Megan. Have a great night. That was awesome. She has a really good spirit. She has a really good spirit. I second what Libby says. We love Megan here in this community. And think about it, if you are autistic or neurodivergent and you've gone your whole life having to mask and you haven't found your people and you finally find people that allow you to be yourself, I don't think there's a better feeling when you've had to suppress who you are for so long and now you can actually be who you are, and that's encouraged instead of people forcing you to suppress how you are. So when you can be yourself and be accepted by people, then when you date, you know what to look for. You bring that into your life, it's gonna feel so much better. And I like her energy. I like where she's at. I really like where she's at. Let me see what Leilani had said. My husband just opened up about his mental health. Uh, and you gotta give guys credit when they open up, their mental health because we just don't do that enough. And even me, I'm working on it. I made a lot of progress, but we have to help each other become more open. All right, so who are we bringing on next? Hope, are you still there? Hope, are you still there? Hope, are you still there? Let me see. All right, so she can eat crackers in my. Libby, Megan, there you go. Libby has a great spirit. She said you can eat crackers in her bed. No, she had an awesome vibe. She has an awesome vibe. And while we wait for Hope to come in, this is Megan's Instagram and her account. So let me see. Is that penguin in her penguin? Okay, I can't see clearly, but there's a penguin in her profile picture, and she's in there as well, and that's her Instagram too. So if you want to reach out to Megan, go ahead, reach out to Megan, send her a DM, and even if it's not romantic, just send her a DM and say, "Hey, I appreciate you for coming on the live stream, and it was really good to hear from you." That will make her feel good. Megan says, "Libby, add me." Working that magic, working that magic. No, Spooneroo, these calls not on Discord, they're on StreamYard. If Discord's a better platform, I'd love to learn it, but the older I've gotten, I'm not that tech savvy. I gotta, work on it. But I've heard good things about Discord calls. But I'll keep it simple for now because I can really spend an hour trying to set up a live stream and I get frustrated. I'm like, all right, guys, I can't go live tonight, or I get on here late, so I'm trying to make things easy for myself. Libby, that's a new friend, or maybe more than that. Oh, that was 2 years ago. Okay, Lilani, then I hopped in now randomly, and as it is helpful to have friends who, you know, understand your viewpoint. Let me see. Can we get hold on? Let me. All right, so let me get my second charger real quick. We're not going anywhere. Um, Actually, I gotta pee too. All right, quick little stretch break. I gotta go pee. I'm gonna mute it so that way y'all don't hear me pee. That would be weird. Uh, but before I go pee, let me see. All right, Hope. So Hope, I sent you the link. Oh, Megan. Oh, Megan is famous. Megan is famous. You joined the queue by just emailing me info@kodosarfo.com. kodosarfo.com. Everybody, go pee real quick. Go pee real quick. All right, so Hope just joined the stream. So I'm going to go Everybody go pee. We'll be back in 2 minutes. All right, it's time. Hope everybody's emptied their bladders. You know, hope we're all good to go. Let me push it back a little bit. Right, your hope in here. All right, guys, we are ready to go, and we are gonna bring Hope into the live stream. Hope, how you doing tonight?
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
Awesome. Your
Thank
Wi-Fi
you.
is really good too. I feel like
Awesome.
perfect.
Awesome. First of all, I want to say thank you. I want to give you honor and just thank you for your dedication, for getting this message out here. There are so many of us who are neurodivergent that are out here and they're just lost in life. And you shed light on that. And a specific piece just in the African American community was where I struggled when I first got my diagnosis. So for that, I'm so thankful.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We don't talk about it enough in our community, and
No,
I hate to see kids who get punished and spanked and beaten for
yes,
being different, and then they
yes,
learn when they're 35, and then you have to forgive yourself and try your best to forgive people who didn't know. It's a
yes,
very difficult thing. So thank you so
yeah,
much for those kind words. I really appreciate
yeah,
that.
most
Thank you so
definitely.
much, Hope. Where are you
Yeah.
from?
I'm from North Carolina, from
North
Raleigh.
Carolina. Okay.
Yeah, RDU area.
Is that Raleigh? Raleigh? How you say it?
Raleigh.
Raleigh.
Raleigh. Hmm. Or if
Raleigh.
you're if you're
Raleigh.
the southern slang, Raleigh. You gotta say it like Raleigh.
Raleigh. Raleigh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm masking my voice right now, so I'm trying to put on my proper no,
Okay.
but I got a country accent though, but Raleigh is the proper way to pronounce it.
We love country accents around here. You can just let it
Hey,
fly.
hey, hey,
Raleigh.
it comes out. But yeah, I was watching this stream. I was using this to body double to get some work done for work, and then I just kind of became entranced in it, and I was like, hey, why not? Now is the time. What Wayne Gretzky says, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So
Right.
here I am, you know.
Okay. And
Hmm.
how old are you right now?
I am 34,
34. Okay.
34
And
years old. Hmm.
are you in a space in your life where you feel like you are you're ready and willing and able to take on a person or persons
M-
or
Most definitely. Let me give you a little bit of background about my story.
hmm
I was diagnosed with ADHD as a child. Never went on any medications. I was always in the academically gifted programs, the exceptional children's programs, all the clubs I was in. I was playing sports, doing all these things. But like I said, never got on any formal medication. And then as I became an adult and went to school, went to college, began my career path, which was on every highway and every exit all over the world. Just life of being a autistic person. But yeah, so I dealt with struggles through all that, and then in my late 20s, early 30s, I was like, hey, something's, I want to get some medication and try to get my ADHD symptoms under control, just so I can perform better in life and perform better in my job.
Mhm.
Because one trait about me is I'm a perfectionist and I strive for perfection all the time, and so I feel like I'm the only one that can do everything, and so I put so much work on myself. I'm always involved in all these volunteer leagues, doing this, doing that. I put so much on myself, I burn out. So I was like, hey, let's go get some medication. Maybe I can ramp this thing up, and then perform at my best. And so fast forward to that, I got on medication. I tried like Vyvanse and Ritalin, all that great stuff. It kind of helped. I don't know if it was more of a placebo effect, I guess, but the summer, 2 summers before last, I had a major life change. I lost my job. I was involved in a restaurant. I'm a chef, but at that time, I was doing project management for healthcare. Like I said, all over the place, autistic, unicorn, love it. But at the time, I was doing project management, but I was also a chef at a restaurant at the same time, helping and doing some things. And got involved with that, being the nice person I am. I'm always a savior to everyone. I just want to help. I hear your story. I do this. I just want to help. I don't do it out loud or do anything like that. I'm one of those undercover people that just helps. So that's essentially what I did. Long story short, I was burned really bad, lost a great deal of money, lost all my equipment, lost the contract that I was on working, just
Sorry
terrible
to hear
thing.
that.
Thank you. And so at that time, I just really couldn't understand why I couldn't handle the stress, handle everything. I'm like, you've been a boss bitch all your life. Why can you not handle this now? What's going on? And I really, really broke down. But that's when I really, really reconnected with the Lord. For anybody that's spiritual, I'm a very spiritual person. So I'll put that
Mhm.
out there first and foremost. I don't throw it down your neck. I'm not one of those Bible thumpers, all that great
Mhm.
stuff, honey, because I likes to turn up. Jesus knows my heart right now. He's still working on me. But I got in touch with my spirituality and really thought about some things. I started thinking about some of the traits. During that time, I also lost a long relationship that I was in for almost 14 years. And
Mm.
that person was my person. And it was just so much that was going on, lost that. So I started from the bottom. When I tell you I was bed rotting, I was in the bed like, what is going on? How do I not, like, how can I not function? How can I not focus? I'm the one that everybody comes to. I'm the one that takes a hold of everything. I'm the family planner. I'm this, I'm that. And now I'm the one that's I can't. I can no longer do it anymore. So I talked to my primary care. I started doing some tests. Long story short, went through the official diagnoses. I am ADHD, so I am autistic with the ADHD. When I first got the diagnosis, it was so many emotions. Being a late aged adult diagnosed with this, it was the biggest aha moment in my life, but at the same time, it was a moment that was filled with such regret because I immediately looked over my lifespan and thought about the relationships I had lost, the careers I had been in, just
Mm.
like just I mean anything like why did I fail at this? Why did I do this? Why did just why anything? Oh, that explains my hyperfixations. That explains this. I've always felt different, Dr. Kojo. Like I knew I was different. I'm adopted and I've always been very different from my biological family. So I thought maybe that's it. But I'm like, no, there's something else. And I'm not trying to, sit up here and brag or do this, do that. But I've always been very gifted in everything that I do. And I just like I just think differently. I just knew I wasn't the average typical person. And so learning all of that um really was, like I said, the biggest aha moment. So all of last year I've spent my life trying to rebuild, take the mask off. I have unmasked. I have truly understood and learned who I am. I might get teary eyed and emotional because this has been the greatest healing journey of my life. Um, I don't blame my parents for never getting me on any medication or anything like that. I had two loving military medical field parents who were just, providing for my siblings and I, and they just knew I was special and different, and I was their little baby girl, and that was it. So I don't hold anything towards them or anything, but yeah, I say all that to say, which is a whole lot. This has just been a full year of just learning myself and unmasking and like who I really am. I'm like even down to clothes, Dr. Kojo. Like I've always been like not right now, but I've always been into fashion things like that. Like I said, every time I walk in somewhere, I get looks. I'm 6 foot tall and I like to wear heels, so I could walk in and I just like everybody just looks and I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like this, I don't mean to make myself like this huge thing like just walking in, but that's just how I've always been. So I knew I've always been different. Um and just going back to touch on that relationship, which is why I'm here. Just looking back over just past like romantic relationships, um, finding out that I was autistic, finding out things like that, it automatically made sense why some I had some of the issues I've had in past relationships, why I allow things to happen in past relationships, why I overlooked certain things in past relationships. Um, just one example I could give is like we were in a heated discussion and I was hearing his side and I was telling my side. Oh my God, I'm about to cry. I'm about to cry.
You know her?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, Jamie. I'm about to cry. That did it for me. Talking about my whole life story wasn't gonna do it, but seeing her, Jamie,
It's all good. Let
Jamie,
it
I
out.
miss you. I miss you. Tell Mama I said hey and kiss the babies for me. Okay, sorry. Like
My
things,
mama
things,
always
just
said, "Hey."
just things like that, like past like relationships, like things like I wish I knew back then that I was autistic because like I hate that I miss out on relationships like that, like old high school friends and things like that. That's one of the biggest things I have right now. Um, I I have my main best friend. My main best friend, we've been friends for almost 10 years. The sweetest thing, and I'm all over y'all. Y'all know I'm all over ADHD autistic, so I automatically get a free pass because that's what the damn stream is about. So I love y'all. But I'm trying to make it quick because I know other people want to get up here too. But that's just like a thing. Like I value the relationships and friendships I'm in. But I get burned out and I get burned and used because of them because I'm such a good person.
Mm.
And just like going back to kind of summarize everything I said, I have done a lot of healing and a lot of soul searching. I am a chef right now. I manage multiple kitchens. I've truly found my calling. I've been in food all of my life, but I've kind of been running from it because I thought it was another uh, fixation. I've been on shows. I've consulted for major things, like just stuff nobody has even ever known. Thank you. Just stuff like people has ever even known, but I've always done it underneath. But everything that's happened to me, finding out this diagnosis, finding out like why and my purpose in life, has been enlightening. So I'm ready to share that with somebody. The biggest thing that I deal with in dating right now is trying to find someone who understands me as far as how I am, because I'm very high functioning, obviously. I tend to wear the pants. I don't mean to. I like to be put in my place. I'm a girly girl. I'm coming into my soft girl side. I know I may look like a dude without this little wig on. That's why I kept it on for you coming up here. Because I'm going through my Jada Pinkett phase right now because I'll cut my hair, glow it, cut my hair, all this long story. Anyways, so I just know what I want and what I'm looking for and all that. And so I'm just here to find somebody. I don't have any like I would like a male. I am looking for a male. Not interested in women right now. But honey, give it about 2 more years. If this thing don't turn around here, y'all holler at your girl, okay? I'm like, Lord, just you gotta overlook. I've been your strongest soldier. Like you gotta give me a free pass or something. Cause honey, no, I want to be a wife so bad. Like I have nephews. I don't have any children. I have nephews that I literally love on like my own. So I want somebody who is willing to have children Another big reason I want children is I don't have anybody who looks like me. My parents are these short, little, dark folks. Like when you see the family picture, you're like, that plus something ain't right.
Mhm.
1 plus 1 is not equaling two over here. So I would love to have children. I felt like I was made to be a wife. I have a servant heart. But my biggest downfall has been putting on that mask, being a hard body all the time. Like I change my own brakes, I change my own oils. I mean, I just change out my ignition coils and all that stuff. Like I'm a
Wow,
man's
that's
man.
impressive.
Like yeah, like I always do. Like I'm doing everything. Like I'm ready to just like let me shine in my arena, let me shine in my job. Just understand I have certain kicks. Just understand my comfort food is Mexican and pizza on my cheat days. Like just understand that. I'm just like I said, I'm still learning and I'm still growing. I'm willing to be um even more receptive. That's the biggest lesson that I've learned is being receptive to where people are at, because I look back
Mhm.
over my journey and I'm like, well, how come this person didn't like me this time, or how come this, or how come this person? Listen, you have to accept people where they are.
Yeah.
And that's just my whole thing right now. So that's what I'm looking for. I like somebody who's into fitness, not like crazy. I don't care about. I'm a chef. I'm gonna cook for you. I'm gonna do it up. Um, I'm really, but I am into fitness. I used to be 430 pounds. I lost 200 pounds, and so now I'm into my current hyperfixation is weightlifting. So
Mhm.
I'm gonna unbig my back, and now I have a long back. I have no tail on me at
You
all.
lost how
Thank
many
you,
pounds
man.
again?
200.
Congratulations! Wow.
200. Thank you, I appreciate it. So yeah, I'm just ready to share my life with somebody who likes, just I like to travel. I love doing new things. I love trying new things. The older I get, though, the sensory things come into play. If it gets too loud, too much going on, all that,
Mhm.
I'm like, whoo, okay, we might need to pull it back, just things like that. But I just need somebody who's just open and willing, that has goals, who's wanting to settle down, who can just love me, because I'm crazy. I'll quote Medea one day and then I'll be quoting Hamilton the next. Honey, I'm all over the place. So I just need somebody that can be all over the place with me.
And I like how you said that you just need somebody who can be all over the place with you, because you can find exactly that. And the more I think about it, when it comes to this neurodivergent love stories, uh, you'll need exactly that. And if you don't get that, it just doesn't fit.
Hmm.
Uh, it's just not gonna fit. So now we have to be strategic about it. You're in Raleigh,
Hmm.
North Carolina.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
no kids, right? You
No
say you want.
kids.
All right. So you
No
have no
kids.
kids. Are you willing to relocate?
Yes, I am. I really am. I guess I do have parents who are older in age, not too much older, but I'll travel. I'll do anything. Um,
Hmm. Yeah,
um,
I see your friend going to bat for you. So you're
mhm.
willing to travel. You're open. You're not into women. You're into men, and you want to be a wife. What was your last relationship?
The last relationship was the one I was telling you about. That was the one that I thought was he was truly my husband. But like after time went on, during all this had happened, I was really like thinking about things, putting things in perspective. I had just learned my diagnosis, all that great stuff, and I started looking at things, and I'm like, this is why we're butting heads. We're perfect in every other. He's a great man. Like I will never say a bad word about him. Great man. But when I would present my side of the argument and then I'd listen to his side of the argument, it was like we were talking to two different, like talking about two different things. And that I just understood that wasn't. I just felt like I didn't make him happy, and I didn't want to hold him back. Just
Mhm.
learning about this, and I I think why I mask so hard is because I don't ever want to present myself as a burden to others. And so I'd rather let you go or not talk to you and continue to what I'm think is hurting you, even though it's, who knows what it could be. So that was my last relationship. Like I said, that was off and on. We started dating directly out of high school, and I've dated, folks in between and all that great stuff. But honey, I got some relationship stories. Y'all think Risa Teesa something, child, honey? No, honey. BMW would for sure send me a car when they hear about my stories, but that's neither here nor there. With that,
What was the last relationship?
When was it?
Mm-hmm.
It ended in July of 2023, so almost
2023.
almost a year.
July of 2023.
Hmm.
Okay, so it's been almost about a year, and you're in a space where I can see that you're willing to take somebody in. But how old are you again?
34.
34. So you're looking for something serious, not like any type of Mickey Ficky. Just you're looking for something the real McCoy.
Yes, yes, that's what I'm looking for. I ain't hating on the Mickey Ficky at all. But in general, that is what I'm looking for. Look, I ain't gonna say too much because my mom might come across this stream and I can't. But anyways, yeah, no, that's right. My goal is like, Dr. Kojo, let's just be honest. I'm tired of the, you meet somebody in the grocery store, or you meet somebody on like an app, and it's like, WYD, what you doing? I'm like, what like, oh, what you up to, or like these little checks, like, sir, this is not what we signed up for. I mean, it's just,
It's
I
too
don't know,
much.
I just feel like in this day and age, like with all the social media and all that stuff, we have lost the organic relationship building.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm just like, no. I feel like I still think there is hope out there. I still really think that there are people out there who want to build a relationship, who want to get married, who want to build a life and just love that one person. I still think that's out there. That's what I like. That's where I'm at in my life. So
Yeah, no. They're out there, and just like Megan mentioned earlier, and this is a common theme. That small talk, you want to just avoid it, and you want to get straight to talking about something that's productive. Because if you can't make sense of why you're talking, then you're like, "What are you talking about here?" You know.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
guys, and look, there's a lot of people who have been talking about that they want to be your friends. So we know that we have some people who
Oh,
want to be your friends. Go ahead and add her on Facebook.
please.
But also now for my fellas, so you're 34. What's the age range that like you're looking at? Like how high can you go? How low can you go?
Okay, I'm going to give you the stream approved answer. I'd like to keep it within 5 years, up or down. But honey, at this point, if your granddaddy, your uncle, your cousin, I don't care who they are, if they're looking, they want a good old Southern girl that's gonna take them to church, feed them. That honey that still, scratch your back, still pops your pimples, does all the things.
Talk to
Honey, you
him.
got it. I need you to just treat me right. That's all I need. I just want trust, and I just want to love you. That's all. And I just want to share that, because I like I said, I have a servant's heart. I just want to take care. Now, I'm not saying I want you to move in the house and I'm gonna take care of you. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about it's reciprocated love. Like, we are, yeah, no, none of that. We're done with that.
Mhm.
Alicia, yes, I do, honey. I have a headlamp, girl, that I put on. I have a whole kit, honey. I am Mrs. Pimple Popper.
uh, just like Dr. Pimple Popper. So you pop pimples.
Honey, I love it.
That's a new level of intimacy.
Massage your beard. Oh yeah, I do beard washes. Like, trust me, you have like daddy date nights. Like, don't play. Like, I'm a good woman. I just need folks not to be intimidated.
Hmm. Look, it's all about location and about strategy. So
Yeah.
you're open. Your spirit is good, and you're willing to take on somebody's energy, provided they're
Mhm.
going to treat you correctly.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, like I said, I'm not just taking in anything, because I felt like that's and I won't say that, but I feel like I've been more lenient in the past as to what I would take. Right now, I'm more like, all right, I know what I want. I know what I'm looking for. I would like you to have a career. I don't care what that career is, honey. You could be the trash truck driver. I don't care, honey. I'm gonna wash your stinky clothes. I'm gonna have your boots Lysol off. I don't
Mhm.
care. Just like, I just want us to live and enjoy life, just travel, because life is going to throw so much at us. Like, I'm already 34. I'm already thinking about ahead, like my parents are getting older. I'm thinking ahead, like things like that. Life is going to throw stuff at us. Like we could be married and our house burns down. One of us loses our job. Like I need somebody that's solid in this thinking like that. Like not, you know, just like that's the things that I value. That's the things that I think about. Like we got to start thinking about this stuff. We're getting old. Like I have to get a tooth removed, honey. I'm going to be probably in a partial dentures because my biological family's got terrible teeth. So I know I'm going to be in some dentures around here soon by 40. I need somebody that's going to love me with my gums and all when I turn around. Like that's the things that
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Like stuff like that. Like the real genuine love. And then like I said, with my autism and ADHD, I'm all over the place. Like we could be in Chicago having dinner tomorrow night. Like that's how like all over the place
Yeah.
I am. Like I'm spontaneous like that. I'm always doing things like that. And I just want you to get on board. That's all.
No, because it's emergency contact o'clock.
Yeah,
It,
thank you. Thank
it's
you.
it's about that time, you know, and
Somebody's not to change them diapers. Come on, don't play. Y'all out here trying to look for looks and all that stuff. Like, yeah, I look good. I don't like any of this stuff. Honey, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't have a tail, but give me to July. I mean, because I've been like I'm gonna have a butt, so I ain't worried about that. We're gonna be fine with that. But like I like to take care of myself. I think about things like that. We're getting older. So you're gonna need somebody that's
mhm.
just gonna be real and upfront with you, you know?
Somebody with a good soul, a
Yeah.
good soul, a good person. Is that too
Yeah.
hard to ask for? Is that too hard to ask for? A good person.
Mm, no, I
A
don't
good
think
person.
so.
So I got one more question for you.
Yeah.
And guys, fellas, if you're in the RDU area, Raleigh, around that Wilmington, or around that Carolina
Yes,
area,
that's fine. Yes,
you
yes.
know, holla at Hope. But I have to ask you this question because you said that
Yes,
you're
sir.
6 foot. Are you intimidated by guys who are like a bit shorter than you, or like any preference there?
No, honey, I would love my little midget to death. Okay, well, okay, I take that back. Let's hold on. Let me rewind because sometimes my mouth gets ahead of my brain. Y'all know how I do. Let's think about this. I did date somebody that was shorter than me,
Mhm,
and I did call him the midget, but it was like an affectionate midget. Like I bought him a stool to put
mhm,
in the house so he could like reach things, but he was only like 2 inches taller than me, and I love wearing heels. It didn't intimidate him, but
mhm.
sometimes I had that superiority complex, but that's just how we played. But it doesn't intimidate me. But for me, what I've noticed about like who the real Hope is, and I know this is bad, like I have to be attracted to you.
Okay.
That is big, that is key. But I feel like one of my little soft melting pieces, because I'm already this powerhouse type girl, when I get somebody that's taller than me that can just kind of like pull me up and all that, honey,
Hmm.
it's a wrap. It's a wrap. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not hating on the short kings at all, honey. I'm not hating on your race. Like, honey, I'm a Crayola box at this point. Bring it on. Like, I don't care. I'm actually a mixed race myself. I'm Irish. Like I'm Irish. Like,
So
so I had to get him a stool, honey.
you're
It was
open
it,
to
it
climbing
was
a
it was
guy.
fire. It was
You're open
fire.
to being climbed yourself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but now I'm wanting to do the climbing. You know, like I'm wanting to do the climbing. Like, can I be what's his name? Can I be him like one time? Like, please. That's all.
And look, uh, Kobe, how tall are you? Look, you never know.
Kobe. I saw Kobe in the chat. How tall is Kobe?
uh, he didn't tell me.
I,
I'm not sure.
okay,
I'm
but
not
hold
sure.
on. I'm not trying to have beef with Megan though, because I'm not. Girl,
Hey,
I want you.
hey,
Megan, that's your blessing. I'm not trying to take away what the Lord has given to you, baby, because I want my blessing. No,
hey,
ma'am, I don't play that.
on TikTok, we have a guy, Mike Rocha. Mike, how you doing? He said, 5'9" short king here. Mike, talk to me.
Okay, Mike.
Talk to me, Mike. Mike, or so Kobe is 5'6". Hey, Kobe can climb,
Oh, okay.
but it's Megan's thing. We talked about that. Talked about
Mm.
that. Mike said he's Mexican. Mike, are you willing to come on the live stream right now? Mike Rocha, 214. Are you willing to come on the live stream right now?
Mike, don't play. Come get your wife. Don't play. What's up?
Mike, it could be your wife. We're not gonna tell your actual wife. Come on.
Now see, Dr. Coach, here you go. I'm not going to jail, child.
Oh boy, I think he's single, but I mean, you know, guys, sometimes you never know. You
Mm-mm,
never know.
see.
He said, "I
Mm-mm.
can't because my kids are here." Gotcha, gotcha. Oh, what's your stance on kids or no kids?
Yes, I'm open. Now, I'm going to be honest and upfront. In the past, I was like, no, I don't want to date anybody that has kids because I want to share that experience, like first time.
All right.
But this
Okay.
is 34-year-old Hope talking, and we know as time goes on, that's just not happening.
All
And
right.
then also, I've always wanted a big family, and like I love my nephews like my own. I'm willing to give so much love. Like I'll be the best stepmom ever. Like I don't care about all that. Like
Hmm. And I feel like Mike said he agrees. Mike is 33. And,
where Mike at? Where he from?
Mike, where are you from? Mike is watching on TikTok. He did say he's Mexican. That's all I know about Mike. I asked him that Mike is Mexican. And and
I
Lauren said
habla español.
Mike is Dallas, Texas.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Oh, I
So,
just bought some cute little cowboy boots too. Yes, they brand new. I need to break them in.
hey, and I know Dallas is the American Airlines hub, you know, and they have
Mm.
direct flights from Charlotte to Dallas.
Sure, honey, we're going right out of RDU. Let's go. I got
Oh,
my.
how far is Charlotte from Raleigh?
It's about 3 hours.
Okay. So you might as well just fly straight to RDU then.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I'll drive to Charlotte, just depending on like what deal is going out, depending on where I'm going, because I get a better deal in Charlotte. But RDU is international too, so it's not a problem.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've flown out of RDU. I think
Hmm.
once or twice. Mike,
Hmm.
don't miss your blessing. Well, he got the kids around, so and Mike's on TikTok. So if people want to reach out to you and they see this, whether it's live or whether it's after the fact, where can they find you? You have a Facebook, you have Instagram.
Yeah, so they can add me. So I'm going to tell you, I have all the social media, but I have absolutely no posts while I've been in my isolation period. That's one of the things I've been. I kind of touched on a little bit. I was on a TV show. There was a lot of legal stuff with that about social media, all that great stuff. So I kind of wiped it from
Respect.
that, and then I just never. I was kind of like building myself, building my character back, like building my like I kind of it was a long story. We can always have a different stream about that, and a whole nother thing. But autism played a big part in that. I'm so glad it did. It was the best thing in my life. But anyways, yeah, I have all the social media. So I'm on TikTok. I'm on TikTok as Lord, I'm about to lie. Hold on, your underscore only hope.
Can you type it in there?
Oh yeah, duh. Yeah.
Mike, she's gonna type her TikTok in there as well. So Mike, I hope you're still watching.
Hold on. Hold on, I'm a little
My guy
slow.
Mike Rocha, 214.
Oh, I didn't know I could join the chat the whole time. Oh.
Oh, yeah, I should have explained. But StreamYard
Oh
is
no, you're
it's taking a while for
fine.
me to get used to it too.
You're fine. I use StreamYards on YouTube, so I should have done that. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Okay.
all good. We're learning. He says I'm more of a vanilla Mexican. They call me. Okay, all right, okay. Vanilla Mexicans are still, allowed.
What I'll Kojo, what I'll do, I don't know because my phone keeps freezing up when I try to type it in. What I'll do when I hop down, I'll put in all my information so that way everybody can just find me on there. Is that okay?
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
Okay, sounds great.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on the stream. And your
Thank
story is
you.
valid. It's important. And thank you for being vulnerable. A lot of people, including me, appreciate your story. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I plan to. I'm not trying to like plug my stuff or anything, but I've just been working on some silent stuff. I want to do more um content for folks because if you ever search TikTok, there's hardly anything about African American females in their 30s who are just literally struggling with life. Like every day is a struggle because they're undiagnosed or they either are diagnosed and just don't understand.
You're
So I
right. I don't
want
see
to
a lot
do
about that.
something. Yeah, and I want to do it in a comedic way because in my head, I'm a stand-up comedian and a rapper, but that's a whole different subject for another time. So I want to do something like that. So hopefully one day I'll push myself to do some stuff. So
No,
you're such an encouragement.
I hope so. You would be fantastic at stand up.
Thank you. I appreciate
I know
it.
that. All right. Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
for your time.
Have a good night, y'all. Thank y'all.
All right. You too.
Bye.
You want her to spit something? That was hella dope. Mike on TikTok. It's not. It's maybe a 3 hour flight from Dallas to Raleigh. So Mike, I know you got the kids tonight, but you know you could be messing out on a blessing. And Kobe, you want the link? I think Megan had the link too. Let me see. Megan. All right. So Megan requested the link. Invite right here. Megan. I sent a link to Megan. Kobe, send me your email. Okay, and all right. I got another email from somebody else. Use the name unusual. Okay, all right, cool. I want to make sure I respect, you know, the wishes. Unusual. Cool, 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 cool. But let me see if we can get Kobe on. Hope, thank you so much for coming through. And yeah, no. She will be great at stand up. I'm telling you, she'll be great at stand up. Sex cult in the so Libby, hold that thought because I'm gonna have to be a therapist and unpack that comment right here. Uh, yeah, I need to unpack that. Megan, did I send you a link? I'll send another one. Just making sure. I think it's Kobe that I need the link for. Kobe, email me so I can send you the link. If you want to come on, if you don't, it's okay. You know, you might be a little nervous or something like that. It's all good. But we'll get Megan on here. But yeah, a sex cult in the UK. That's his own story right there. That's his own story. Libby, you could also do stand up as well. You have a lot of stories to tell. You got a lot of stories to tell. And we're gonna get Megan on here very shortly. Okay, all right. Kobe emailed. All right, we got Kobe in there. I have Tosh on TikTok. How are you doing? I have Tosh. I still don't have it. Oh. So Megan, you don't want to go on at the same time as Kobe. I want to know what you're trying to do so we can make sure we do that. But Kobe, both y'all have the link. Both y'all have the link. So you can either one. The plot thickens. Let me see who's gonna come on first. And then we have let me see. All right, so unusual, are you still here? Because I plan on getting you on next. So I have Tosh. If you're watching on TikTok, we're talking about live mental health speed dating. So we're getting people on here. They're talking about their profiles, what they're looking for. I'm just gonna keep. Libby, I like how straightforward you are. I think it's hella dope, and a lot of people wish they could just be that, like, just let it fly. That's hella dope. Unusual, we can get you on too. Unusual, let me send you the. All right, let me see if Unusual wants to come on here first. This is very interesting. Kobe, I sent an email back, but I mean, this whoever gets on first, I'll bring them on, and the other person can hang out in the green room. Megan, tonight was fun. It was, and I'm grateful for you as well. And for me, it's also really cool getting to do this because I really connect with everybody who's here, and I was diagnosed with ADHD at 26. I mean, I knew I had it, but when I got the diagnosis and then the proper help, my life like took off, and I was always a late bloomer. I was always the kid who they were like, oh, if he just puts it all together, he'll do something with his life. And I got tired of just not living up to my potential. And when I finally, was able to ask for help and I got the help, life just took off for me. And it's it means a lot to be a part of this community. And yeah, it means a lot to me. And look, I still mess up. I still mess up from time to time. Uh, even in relationships or like uh, that's gonna happen. But I'm learning. It just reminds you of how human you are. And yes, Megan, all of these live streams you can watch them after the fact. I don't delete any of them. So yeah, it'd be cool for your mom to watch the playback. Unusual. I sent the link. Let me see. Copy. Maybe I didn't send it correctly. I think I did. Let me go to my sent. I'm not. I did send it to you. I can send it again. Maybe my stuff is bugging. Yeah, I'm happy that Megan came on. I'm looking like a ragamuffin. Ain't no such thing as a ragamuffin. Angela, I'm happy you came through. All right, so Kobe's here. Kobe's here.
Yeah.
Talk to me, Kobe. What's going on?
Oh, not much. Just dealing with the weather today. It's been crazy. Sorry,
It's,
I don't know why I am being very nervous today. I think it's the weather, honestly, if that makes any sense.
it's
Um,
all good. It's all
but
good.
but yeah. So
So, outside the weather, well, the weather, weather does impact mood. But weather taken into consideration, how are you feeling right now?
nervous.
Nervous.
Uh,
Okay.
and I don't know why. The first two times I went live with you, I
Mhm.
wasn't nervous like this. I'm very nervous right now. I don't know.
Well, well, I will say this: it's cool to state that out because it makes you more present. And even like my acting teacher, like when they tell you about like doing stand up or acting, like it's helpful to just say like where you're at. Like let's say I do a show and I'm nervous on stage. I'm like, guys, I'm just nervous right now. Then they know that I'm present and I'm with them in the actual moment. So
Mhm.
you're actually here in the moment. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. A lot of compliments are coming in about the beard. So that's a good thing. Keep in mind
The
this is
beard always gets them.
it's a supportive community. Anybody who comes in with any type of hate or disparaging comments, we block so fast. And moderators know to block and keep things chill. So uh, I saw Megan put my homie. Uh,
Yeah, we've talked.
oh, we are.
We're friends. That's what we agreed to be as friends. As far as I know, there's nothing there. Uh,
Okay.
just a friendship. She's a very awesome person, though. For any guys out there, y'all, she's probably a catcher. Uh,
Mhm.
so
Mm.
I'm nervous. Very nervous. I don't understand why I'm this nervous. I'm like, I don't get it. I've never been this nervous.
But
But the last two girls,
yeah,
Hope was absolutely hilarious. I
yeah,
was in tears listening to her.
she's a natural
Um,
comedian.
and Megan before seemed very, very nice. I did message that Megan
Mhm.
also. I don't think she's messaged me back since I messaged her last time. But I
Yeah.
understand. Sometimes it takes time. I'm not rushing her if she's in here. Don't feel rushed. Uh,
Megan, he sent you a message. Just letting you know, he sent you a message.
no, no, I'm just gonna go run and hide. Oh, I am turning red on camera. This is bad. This is bad. Oh no, Coach, why? No.
Talk to him. Talk to him. And look, she's open. And see, that's why I just need to know like what the because like let's say you and Florida Megan have like gone on a date, like then I'm like, all right, okay, I don't want to break up something, but then just want to feel the vibe.
No, no, they're that's just a friendship between me and Florida Megan.
Okay. Okay.
That is what it is. We've talked about it, and friendship.
Hmm.
Um,
Which is important.
yeah,
It's important.
and oh, Megan's message. The other Megan's messaging me now. Oh, okay. I
Okay.
will message you right back after this live. I promise.
And
Oh,
friendship is important, and also I will say that having com- non-romantic female companionship is also important because you start to just learn how the opposite sex works,
yeah.
and then because you remove sex off the table and you just get to sit there and understand another human being. It provides a lot of insight into things. You know.
And I do connect better with females, as I've said in a previous stream with you. I never
Hmm.
had a father growing up, always had my mother. So 98% of my friends are females, which causes problems in relationships because
Because
most girls are
Mhm.
jealous. And I'm just like, honestly, there's nothing there. And they're like, I don't care. You've got all females as friends. And it's like, I don't connect well with guys. I get intimidated by guys. I was abused by my stepfather, so I have a hard time trusting guys,
Respect.
and it's very tough for me. I have very few friends that are guys, but it took me a while to trust the ones that I do have that are guys. Um, but I I will be openly honest to everyone out there watching this that might want to message me or anything. 98, 97% of my friends are females, and they would all tell you just friends.
Right.
Um, so
You have a
there is
very
no
good
worrying about
explanation
that.
as to why. You know, you clearly explained why. That's how things are. Megan says no problem for me.
But
Uh, 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 Wait, Megan, are you so Megan K? Are you trying to come on at the same time that Kobe's on? Because you can too if you like.
yeah, well, like I said, me and her are friends. If she wants to join on here, she can. Uh, she she I think's a little shy to meet somebody. I think I'm gonna call her out on that. I'm gonna be honest.
Run that back. Let me hear that again.
I think she's a little shy also to meet someone because I told her I was like, you can go live without me. I mean, it like I told her, I said this in a message to her. I was like, if I do go live tonight, like I would like to go live a little bit by myself because I don't want to set the wrong example to the
Okay.
girls and be like.
Understood.
And she's like, and I'm like, I don't want that to be disrespectful or anything to you because I do respect our friendship. And she's like, no, 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 totally understand. But I think she wants to meet someone. She's just scared to say it herself. By the way, sorry about this right here. I'm taking wallpaper off this wall.
You're good. You're
Uh,
good.
I started the project and didn't realize the people just kept adding wallpaper over wallpaper. So there's like 5 layers of wallpaper, and I am driving myself crazy. If any of y'all have suggestions on that, please, I'm all ears.
Uh,
Because this
somebody dropped.
scrubbing life isn't for me.
I don't know, but somebody dropped some wall. I know Libby knows everything, so Libby will know something about wallpapers.
Yeah, because I'm wanting to paint my room this summer. I'm wanting to redo my whole room. Me and some of my friends are going to get together and do it. So I'm trying to get all this off, and it just seems like I get one layer off, and then there's another layer, and it's just like, please, please let this stop.
Do you see what that comment says?
Oh, oh no. Oh no. I'm going to be red again. Oh no.
Talk to him. Oh, come wallpaper over here. Y'all gonna have me streaming every day now. This is
I
remarkable.
told you this was a great idea, and it's a good way for your followers to connect with each other and you in a way too.
I
And
think
I
so
really
too.
like it. Like, by the way, this time, if anybody tries to message me or add me and it will not let you, please tell me now. So if you want to add me, please go to my Facebook. It's Kobe Jarvis,
Mm-hmm.
Coby, Jarvis. It's the profile picture that's I'm in like a red shirt, I think. And see if it'll let you add me or message me, because the last time did this, I did not realize I had the profile set completely private. No one could message or add me. So
has that been fixed now?
I think so. That's why I'm saying, if somebody wants to see if it's fixed, please try now.
And look, I like this type of direct
paper. Oh no, she said it.
I like it because it's straightforward. And here's the thing: you know what's also unique about this? Like, let's say you go to the bar in Charleston,
Mhm.
West Virginia, and you just shoot your shot at a random girl, or a random girl comes up and she's like, "Oh, come to my house." You know nothing about that woman. You don't know
Yeah.
what vibe she had. I mean, she could be a great person, but this, like, if you are here on this live stream, if you're watching this, you have a certain type of energy. So, and I just spoke to Megan earlier on this stream. I know she's a giver. So I like it when givers give with other givers. I don't like when givers give with takers.
No,
That's
and
the dynamic.
I'm definitely a giver myself. I if I have something and somebody asks, I don't care if it's the last thing I have. I will try to do my best to help someone. My mom raised me very well. She did very well, and I am far from stingy, and I don't like taking things from other people, which is a problem I have with my mental illness and the situation I am in, as I've told you before in a previous live, because I feel like I am dependent on other people to help me sometimes, and I do not like it. I
Yeah.
do not like it at all. It drives me crazy when I have to ask for help. Like, I will sit down and try to figure out every which way I can of getting out of asking for the help, although I need it.
Yeah.
And it's a rough situation. I do go back to the doctor the 8th of this month to see if I can finally go get my license, and get cleared from the seizures and stuff like that.
Okay. So now you can drive. How far is it from where you're at in Virginia to I mean West Virginia to Baltimore? I'm just curious.
I think it's like a 3 or 4 hour drive. I
It's not a
think
bad drive.
I'd have to look into that.
That's not a bad drive either. That's not a
No.
bad drive
My
either.
thing is, though, I would have to get used really quick to driving in big cities, because I'm coming from West Virginia where we don't have big cities.
Yeah, and I've driven in both. It's very different driving in the mountains in West Virginia, where it's very spacious. It reminds me of Utah, and Baltimore is just a whole that DMV area. I mean, I get tickets out there all the time. I hope we don't get a ticket, but it's just different. You can't really,
Yeah.
guess
Or
it.
get my car towed like you did at a basketball game. Shall we talk about that?
Right. I thought I could park behind the CVS and I'd be okay, but apparently it doesn't work that way. I was freezing in the cold. But I was
Oh, I laughed so hard about that. You're like, I thought I could get away with it. Note to self, no, I cannot.
no more. I was freezing my willy off. I was like, please, just let me get the car. Like, oh my gosh. And
But
then, ah,
But by the way, everybody, what you're seeing here is me naturally. I am a very happy-go-lucky person. Now, there is times with my disorder. If some of y'all don't know what that is, I suffer with what they call schizoaffective. It's schizophrenia meets bipolar or major depression, pretty much. So there is times where I am a little down, but most of the time I'm like this. I'm very happy, relaxed, easy to get along with. I think that's how the best way I'd describe myself, and I think that's how my friends would describe me. Now, my mom, on the other hand, she might say I'm a little hard to get along with at times because of having to live with me now for 30 years. But that's because we lived together, and like I said, I'm 30 and she's in her 50s. She wants her space. I'm trying to get steps going to get out and give her space.
it's coming.
But sorry, I got a cat that is being a nuisance. Bear, what are you doing?
It's all good. But just to mention, a diagnosis is all it is. It's a word, a term, a group of words that explains the behaviors that you do. So because you're self-aware, you're getting the help
Mhm.
that you need. You're putting yourself in a better position to advocate
Yeah,
for yourself and to thrive. To thrive.
yeah. And like I said, as I mentioned a couple streams ago, I'm trying to find a new psychologist. Where I go, they're saying they're going to get a new one in. But like I'm one of those that I got to feel comfortable with any new doctor. If I don't feel comfortable, I can't do it.
Right.
So I'm hoping it's somebody I'll feel comfortable with again, because it took me forever to find the one I had, and like I said, ended up getting fired, which I hate so much. She was very good with me. I felt so comfortable with her about talking anything. I didn't have to worry about anything, and we had a good bond as a doctor and patient. And so I'm gonna have to start all over, which I'm sure many of y'all know it's not fun and it's not easy.
Yeah, and that's the worst part about seeing patients on my end. Because if I ever see a patient, then it means that there's an end to everything. And then when you leave, it's like 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 you hate to disappoint that
Yeah.
a person. You know, it's right. Go back to earlier.
Yes.
Givers should be
Yes.
with givers. And Libby, you have a great spirit too. So like, just stay away from takers, but you have to know what a taker looks like. You know.
Yeah. See, my friends, they help me with some stuff every now and then. Like my Xbox Live, they pay for it. Uh, because I like the game and stuff. And every month it's like, guys, are you sure you're okay with? They're like, Kobe, if we didn't want to pay for it, we would not be paying for it. Quit asking us. We're okay with it. But I have a hard time accepting that because, like I said, I don't like taking. I like to give. That's my thing.
So, what are you good at giving that you can do with ease and regularity that will help you, offset what you're taking in? Because it's all about reciprocity, and you're a giver, so you have something to give. It's about
Oh
figuring out
yeah, because
what you best give.
they drive trucks, so they're not in town much. But when they're in, I always be like, "Hey, you need me to come clean the truck or something?" I always bug them about it. I'm pretty sure I bug them at this point because they're like, "No, Kobe, no, no." Um, so with them, that's my thing. I try to help them when they come in. I'm like, "Hey, does truck need clean? Does you need this done? Do you need that?" And they're like, "No." They won't let me give nothing.
But you're willing to do so.
Oh yeah, and they know that, and that they're
That's
trying to
good.
break me of it. They're like, Kobe, people will take advantage of that. You need to learn, and I'm like, I don't care. Y'all are helping me. I need to help you,
Yeah.
and so we're working on
Okay.
that reluctantly over here.
All right. Now, in a uh, romantic context, what are you comfortable giving that could be of value to the lady on the other side?
Okay,
It doesn't have to be money. It could also be acts of service, and because you're willing to get your hands dirty and clean.
I mean, I can give you basically a good house clean husband. I mean that because right now, that's basically what I do. Here at my house is I do all the yard work. I'm big in landscape, by the way. I love landscaping
That's if that's all you had to get right there. That's pretty huge. Landscaping and yard work.
and
That's
housework. I don't care to do housework. Now sometimes I burn myself out real quick, and I'm just like, okay, I gotta take a day or two here away from this. Um, but where I have my medicine costs $6,000 a month. Is what I'm getting charged.
it's pharmaceutical
I
company.
can't afford. I hate to admit this, but I can't afford to go without my medicine. And to get a job around here, they take away your medical. And without my medical, there's no way I can afford that. So I'm in a predicament. I feel like I get judged a lot for that, and it hurts. It really hurts me a lot because it's like I'm a great person. I try to help any and everybody out, and everyone just looks past me because I don't have what they call a job.
Right.
Um,
You shouldn't just date like any woman. Like I would not recommend that. Like just walking in, like just trying to date any woman, and especially one who doesn't see the value that you have to bring. It could be a real self esteem killer. Like having somebody who understands, like the women on here, it could boost you up to the greatest version of yourself, and that
mhm.
guy lives and exists within you.
Yeah, and that's what my friends that like I've said in previous they do. They always tell me they're like, Kobe, you're a great guy. It's not you. It's the people you're attracted to. Because
Ooh.
I do have a thing of going for women that want guys with big houses, nice cars, and I set myself up for disappointment right off the bat. And I'm just like,
I know
yeah,
about those women too.
yeah, yeah. I yeah, and I got to learn that I'm not that type of guy. I'm not what they're looking for, and I should be okay with that. I'm my type of guy, and I need to find my lane.
Mhm.
Which is what I'm on here basically trying to do. So if any of you girls are okay with me not having a job, no, I cannot be your sugar daddy. I'm sorry. It's just not in me. But I can be a good house husband. I mean, that's what I can offer. I apologize, it ain't much, but
No, that's much. That's a lot. And somebody saying you can get extra help through Medicare. Maria on TikTok, thank you for that. Thank you for that comment. I appreciate you.
but
But that's a lot.
it is. And like I hate myself. I want to find like a job that I can do. I'd love to have my own lawn care business and do flower beds and stuff like that for people.
Mm.
That's my type of thing. I love working with plants. Uh, my friends all know like if they have a plant that's dying, they're like, call Kobe. It's like,
That's a
yeah,
business.
what kind of plant is it? I have a 55-gallon fish tank. I'm good with that kind of stuff too. I love anything like that. Also have two cats, so I'm big on cats. Uh, which is interesting with a fish tank. Let me tell you, I have a story
Mm.
there. Uh,
So you like animals?
yes, very big
Okay.
on animals. Big on sports. I'm an oh well, it's now Vegas Raiders, but I still call them Oakland.
How you become a Raiders fan in West Virginia? How does that happen?
Honestly, you're gonna laugh. When I was little, it was the Collars, and I was like, that's the team I went with when I was younger, and I'm not changing it. I'm gonna stay true to what my heart first loved, and
So
honestly, it's been rough.
you're loyal. You're loyal. So that's another good trait.
And trust me, to be a Raiders fan, you definitely got to be loyal.
Right. Right.
And
It's been years since you've been
so
to Super
I
Bowl.
love sports. I'm a Marshall fan for college. Um,
Okay.
so if any of y'all know the Marshall story, that is a lot to do with it. Any team that can come from that and still be relevant and fight back deserve a fan base, and I
That's
feel that.
the greatest tragedy in sports. So coming back from that is, yeah.
hmm Um, I've let my hair grow out a little. I don't know if y'all can see.
Talk to him.
I
You got
mean,
you got somebody
I'm
who's trying to take you to Iowa. Someone trying to take you to Baltimore. Someone trying to take you to Seattle.
now listen. I can only pick one of you. I can't have all of y'all on the line here. I'm not that type of guy.
So you don't do multiple girlfriends. You don't do poly. You just pick one girl.
I mean,
Yeah,
I wouldn't say I wouldn't if it's something that girl wanted, I would be open to it for them, if that
Okay.
makes any sense. But me personally, I'm not going to say, hey, let's invite 5 people into the relationship. I feel like when you do that, you're asking for trouble somewhere down the road.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not opposed to it, like, strongly going to be like, no, no, no.
Got you.
I mean, I would take it into consideration and stuff like that. It's a thing I'd have to sit down and think about and talk to the person about, to make
Okay.
sure it's not, it can, because if it's I'm not giving you everything you need and I never can, it might be a
You're
idea
out.
to walk away.
Uh-huh.
Um, there's no need in trying to hang on when it ain't there.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly believe that.
Big facts. I agree.
I mean, you're asking for heartache and trouble and stuff you just don't need in your life.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, by the way, has anybody in here tried to message me that can't get through or add me on Facebook?
Women, speak up or forever hold your peace. So Kobe's saying, has anybody tried to message him? I wish I knew how Facebook messaging worked.
See, I don't know how to put my name in the chat thing. I can't see the chat on here for some weird reason.
So because we're on StreamYard, but if you're on the actual app, I think you can click the patient person's profile.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna have to download the app for next time. Okay.
Right. Or if you were you watching on Facebook, or how are you watching the stream earlier?
I was watching on Facebook. I have TikTok too, but my TikTok, I cannot remember. I think it's. Oh, I'd have to. I'll put it all in after I get off with you.
Okay.
Sorry, I am nervous still, so I'm reaching around here.
It's all good. No worries. Let me bring Megan on and let me get some of her thoughts. I'll give her her own space and I'll give you your own space.
Okay.
So that way,
So you want me to get off now?
I want both y'all to be on, but I'll just give both of y'all your space, your own segment.
Yeah, I'd like Megan to try to reach out to someone. She's a good person.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to give her a fair chance too.
Okay. All right. So let me bring on Megan, and then you can comment in the comment section where people can find you, and I'll highlight it on the stream, so that way anybody who wants to reach out to Kobe, I'll highlight it, and you just click his name, and then you should be able to DM him like that straight away.
All right. I'm going back to the live. See you, Doc.
All right. Take care, Kobe. Thank you.
All right, you too. Bye.
All right, bye. All right, Megan, are you still on? Megan, are you still on? Are you still on, Megan? Let me see if Megan is still on. I know you said no to her earlier thing, but I hope you're still on. Oh, Megan, I was talking about the other Megan, but I'm happy that you're still on. Megan K from Florida. And Maria on TikTok, yes, he is looking for love. And Be Kind says they want a man who is loyal. There's a lot of guys out there who are loyal, a lot of guys who are looking for love. And also, we're waiting for Unusual as well. We're waiting for Unusual, and we're waiting for Megan. Both of them. I sent the streams out. So we're waiting for Megan. If Megan is not coming on, then we can get Unusual on. Oh boy. Let me see who did I message back. It's always weird going through my emails. We got Unusual. Before we get Unusual, it's my first social media public exposure. I've openly discussed my diagnosis since I was diagnosed. Thank you for providing the space. How fitting on the World Autism Acceptance Day. And you deserve a love of the show for this. Ooh, they're great question. So as we get to know Unusual, we're gonna start off with this. So, Unusual, I would love to know your dream first date. Unusual, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you good. Okay, all right, I thought you were glitching for a second, but I can hear you and I can see you good.
Okay, awesome.
All
Thanks
right.
for having me. Thanks for offering this space. I really appreciate it.
And I appreciate your time. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for coming through. Uh, and your name or how'd you like to be referred to on here?
Unusual.
Unusual. Okay,
Yep.
unusual. All
Yep.
right. Something different, something unusual.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Unusual. Talk to me about what's your situation. Well, first of all, what's your dream first date?
Oh man, dream first date. This is a question I haven't even thought about.
Hmm.
This is kind of tricky. I would say a cruise to somewhere I've never been with separate rooms. I want to have my space and I don't want anybody to assume that's going down because it's a first date. But
Uh,
I think that would be great because I could see that person in an environment, a public environment, so I could see how they actually act around other people. And then, we can enjoy a lot of different things and see how they act in different environments.
uh,
But two
I
separate
love.
rooms is a must, and I could pay my way, not a problem. So
I
that's
like.
that
I
would be
like
nice.
that. It takes the pressure off of having to, you know, because a lot of women go into that first date think like, oh, I don't want to like, I don't want to have to like give up the panties, you know, and guys are
Yeah,
like,
but I say that. Like if somebody asks me on a date, I say that. I'd be like, no sex is involved, right? You still interested? Like, yes or no? Because it doesn't bother me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, not a problem at all.
you mentioned that off the rip, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Absolutely. Yeah. I think everything should be open up front. I like when I know what's going on and when they know what's going on. So I just say it right away. Why
okay,
wait?
and so you said no sex. Is this like a forever thing? Is it a first, second, third date thing? Um,
Absolutely not for everything. No, absolutely not. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going down, like whatever you kept calling it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no, it gotta go down at some point. I'm
right.
just saying off the rip, no. And it's not a challenge. And no, it's not a challenge. It's not going down today. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, when it go down, it go down.
So how long would the person have to wait?
There is no particular time frame. It depends on the person and the nature of the relationship. So it just depends. It
Okay,
depends.
and you are into guys, girls, or
So I had a lot of prep work going to this before I came on live. And the way that I want to answer it, I cannot answer it because I'm told I might get shut down. So,
respect?
yeah. So, out of respect for you and your show, I'm going to say men. That's what I'll
Man, okay, 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 respect.
say.
So men, okay, all right.
Mhm.
And how old are you or age range, whatever you're comfortable stating?
Yeah, I'm 38.
30. Okay, so you
Mhm.
go older or younger?
Both.
Both. Okay.
Both. It really doesn't bother me. I do have a limit on the younger part, though.
Hmm.
But yeah, older or younger, it doesn't really bother me. It's more about intellect more so than anything.
Okay. And what would be the cutoff for the younger?
26.
26. Okay.
Ultimate lowest age I will go. 26.
26. Okay. And so the 26-year-old that comes in, are you looking like is there like are you looking for like a long-term stable marriage or like what space are you in?
So long-term stable relationship, monogamous relationship, truthful, honest relationship, more so than anything else. I have like a 5 vector model on what I'm looking for. But as far as a relationship, definitely long-term monogamous relationship.
Okay. You think you can get that from a 26-year-old?
Probably not. That's why that's the ultimate bottom.
Right. I was like,
Yeah.
just in terms of being
Yeah.
realistic 26-year-old, you know.
Yeah, I mean, you asked the youngest.
Mhm.
That's the very youngest. So
Okay,
yeah, but their
very
brain is
young.
supposed to be fully mature at that age. Some people it's later, right? If we're
Mhm.
neurodivergent, it's a lot later. But
Right.
that's the ultimate youngest. So I just
Mhm.
answered your question in that regard. But
Gotcha.
yeah, that would be the youngest.
Mm. Gotcha. And, Kobe, you can drop in your information again. I didn't see it yet. And the oldest you go is early 50s or
I didn't say.
okay. So you can go as you can go pretty high.
Yep, it is what it is. Yep.
So you're looking for marriage. You're looking for something stable. Do you have any kids?
Stable long-term relationship. I didn't specify marriage, but yeah, stable long-term relationship. I do have children. I have two children. They're both grown, and that's as far as I'll comment on my children. I have
Okay.
a boy and a girl. I will say that they're both
Okay.
grown. They're both independent, and that's as far as I'll say about them.
Okay. She said, if it's up, then it's up. Okay. All right. And so thus far in your dating experience, what has been the biggest barrier for you to finding your person?
I would say what dating experience? Like, oh my God. I would say I was married once. I had a situationship and then I had a cult situationship. So I would say what dating experience? Like at this point, I have so many safeguards in place because yeah, it's very, very hard to distinguish what's going on.
Mm.
And I just got years, I would say the last year and a half, maybe. And then I always have people ask me if I'm autistic, but um, I was I was swayed against getting another test because at this point, all the diagnoses are conflicting with each other. So why make me more confused? So
Mm.
I was advised not to do it.
Oh, so you cut out a little bit before you were talking about the diagnosis. Were you diagnosed with autism or?
I was diagnosed with ADHD within the last year and a half.
Mhm.
I've been asked very frequently whether I was autistic, and I don't know. I was advised not to get tested because I have several diagnoses and they kind of conflict with each other already. So it was like, why make myself more confused? So just kind of hone in to the therapy, hone in to who I am, own it, and move forward. That's kind of
I'm confused. Who recommend that you don't get a diagnosis?
People close to me because I do have other diagnoses, and they were just saying like pretty much at this point, why like in a lot of them they overlap with one another. So
Yeah.
like you have one diagnosis and it's in juxtaposition to the other diagnosis, so you really don't know what's going on. So it makes it confusing for me because you have, different stuff that kind of like on two opposite ends of the spectrum. So it's hard to figure out what's going on, like with the different diagnoses.
And I get that. And a lot of times, like if I have a patient and they come in, like sometimes people will come in with 8 diagnoses: ADHD,
Yeah.
PTSD, depression, bipolar. First of all, you can't have depression and be bipolar at the same time. So it would be one of the other. So a lot of times you have to go to a good clinician who can uh, just ask you all the questions and get the diagnosis right. And sometimes, like one diagnosis, like autism spectrum disorder, can better explain the majority of your symptoms. So when you have
Mhm.
someone who knows what they're doing, it would make it easier for you to lock it on what exactly is going on. And then once you know
Mhm.
what's going on there, then you're like, all right, cool. I have this is what's going on. Boom. This is the help that I need. And once you get the help that you need, you're operating at a higher frequency and then you're so much more efficient and you feel better about yourself. And then as you're dating, we know what to watch out for, what to go for. So that could be helpful. But I do think that you have a lot of insight into um, your current situation, because at least you appear to know what you don't want in a dating situation. That's what I can pick
Yeah,
up.
yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, yeah, I do know what I want. I don't want to have to pick the person up on the first date. I don't want to have to pay for the first through the 25th date. I don't want to have to, if I want to go out for coffee and we each buy our own coffee and we each are able to meet at the location, at this
Mhm.
point, that's how low it is. Like, can you afford your coffee and can you meet me at this location? Like
Mhm.
that, I mean, we're down to bare basics here. We
Yeah.
can't get past that. So it's a situation, you know. I
Mhm.
don't know. I don't know. That's why when you ask me about this dating situation, I really don't know what to say. It's so confusing. Like I don't know.
It is confusing, and a couple of people are asking about bipolar and depression. So bipolar depression, yes, is a thing, but you have to understand that bipolar disorder, where's the camera, bipolar disorder and depression, they're both mood disorders. So bipolar, you have the mania and sometimes the depression, and then the depression is unipolar depression, so it was on one side. So if you have depression and eventually you get diagnosed with bipolar, they upgrade your diagnosis to now it's bipolar disorder, and it could be most recent episode depressed, and it's kind of confusing. But if you prescribe an antidepressant for someone with bipolar disorder, it sometimes sends them into mania. So normally, or a lot of times, you do the antidepressant with a mood stabilizer to level out. That's kind of confusing. But back to unusual situation. Uh, oh, and Kobe, I caught this comment. I have my eye on all the Mickey Picky going on.
I'm
So,
not seeing it. You gotta let me know.
uh, all right. So unusual. What city? What area are you in?
I'm in the Midwest,
Midwest.
in the
Okay.
middle of the United States.
Midwest.
Missouri. Misery.
Uh,
Misery.
Missouri. Okay. All right. So the type a lot of times when you're in the Midwest, Iowa, Missouri, nothing wrong with those states, but a lot of times it's a location thing. You may have to switch up the location and go somewhere else. But at the same time, you have to figure out because when you're 38, you really can date. You can date a 54-year-old, but then you could theoretically date a 24-year-old or a 34-year-old, and all these guys are going to be in different parts of their lives. Like if let's say you're looking for a relationship that's purely sexual, you won't have a hard time. Most women, you just won't have a hard time. Like you'll find that. But if you're looking to build with somebody,
I'm just saying, Doc, I gotta interject real quick. That's not true. Okay. That is not true.
what do you
That is
mean?
not true. At least in my situation. That's not true.
Uh,
Not for me. I don't know. Maybe y'all can chime in the chats that I can't see, but at least in my situation, that is not true. I
hmm.
don't know. Everybody says that about women, but it's not true. Not for me.
You have to think about. So you're saying that you can't even just find like a person to hook up with. That's fairly
Not,
difficult.
not that I want that. Let me just put that disclaimer on that. But even
Hmm.
if I did, no, no, I
Hmm.
don't know. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And I do travel a lot. So I know I'm in the Midwest. It's kind of isolated, although we're in the middle of the country. There are several
Hmm.
airports near me, but nah, I travel a lot. No, there is no. Mm-mm.
Hmm.
No, there's not many people that approach me. The people that I approach seem to be repellent towards me. I don't know. Like it's just weird. I don't know if it's the way that I'm perceiving stuff because of the way that I think, but I don't know what's going on, Doc. But I can tell you that's not true for me.
Uh, I mean, sometimes it can be the energy that we give off. But keep in mind, guys as a whole don't approach women that often nowadays.
Mm,
Uh, like guys are more so staying back to themselves, and there's a lot of allegations, and the
I
Me Too
got you.
movement, which we do need, so that way people who are doing some shicey stuff can be apprehended, and we can stop that. but
Absolutely.
a third of men are not having sex nowadays.
Oh wow,
Um,
I didn't know that.
yeah, we're quite disconnected. So potentially, it could be a bit harder to um, even find like somebody just for the Mickey Ficky if you want. Are you on dating apps?
Absolutely not. And just real quick, can you do a segment on that, on men not having sex nowadays? Like we need a segment on that because I've never heard that.
Oh yeah, I can hear
Um,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
please put that out because I will be. Um, to go back to your question, no, I am absolutely not on dating apps and barely on social media.
Mhm.
But me, I saw this opportunity and talked to the people that are close to me, and we figured we try.
So, when's the last time you had a relationship with anybody or any type of like any type of situation?
Um, 20 years ago, maybe. I mean, maybe 20 years ago when I got married, when I was very young. So maybe then. I don't know. It's
So,
pretty serious, I guess.
you've been celibate since that marriage has been over.
You asked about a relationship. You didn't ask about sex. So
Okay,
I'm
all right.
trying to figure out. You asked about a relationship. So I'm trying to answer your questions.
Good distinction. When's the
Yeah,
last time that you've had any type of encounter with a guy or a person?
that's real personal, Doc. You know what I'm saying? And this is the World Wide Web. I'ma say it's been a while. It is
Okay.
a drought out here. I will say
Okay.
that. It is a drought. It's a desert type Sahara type situation. But I'm not giving no numbers. I mean, oh my goodness. I was taught by my grandparents don't air your dirty laundry. But I will say it's a drought. It's the Sierra Desert around here. I'm just trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's a situation. It's a situation.
People are agreeing with you, and I mean, it could have to do with the fact that men aren't having sex as much, and the economy is geared in a way that everybody's focused on their work, and just the community feel is not there. About as much as it used to be. Those could all be some factors, but that random fling or whatever hookup, that's not even what you're looking for anyway. But
No.
I see that you're frustrated that you can't even get that.
Yeah, it's horrible. It's rough out here, Doc. I'm just trying to say it's rough.
Hmm.
Really, really rough. I can't even tell you. It's rough.
So your ideal guy, what would that look like? Can you describe him?
So, like I said, I have a 5 vector model. Without getting too specific, intelligence is very, very, very important to me. It's extremely attractive to me. So
Hmm.
that's number one. Well, that might be number one or number two. The next thing is stability. Has to be stable. I'm not dealing with any instability at this point. A lot of people talked about being givers. Yeah, that's a situation for me. I am not, you know what I'm saying, helping anybody. I'm not mothering anybody, not anymore. I'm not fixing credit. I'm not
Understood.
playing baby mama number 4.
Hmm.
I'm not, no, absolutely not. You got to be stable. I mean, have yourself together. You have to
Hmm.
be very, very intelligent because to me, great conversations are like a mental massage and I love learning. So, like, that's why intelligence is so important because I'm ultra curious like a kid. My curiosity never left.
Hmm.
So that's like number one for me. So number
Gotcha.
one, number two, stability, intelligence. That's really, really big. Really big.
Civilian intelligence. Any preference on like race, or they have to be black or?
I like men. I like men. So no, and I love culture. I grew up
Mhm.
very cultured. Very cultured. So we were around all types of different religions, people from
Mhm.
all different countries, people from many different states, of course. So no, I like men.
Okay. And and do you believe that you're putting yourself, um, last question, but probably the most important one. Do you believe that you're putting yourself out there to where you can receive the Andrew that you're looking for? Like, are you leaving the house enough, or?
Probably not. I'm like, I am a severe introvert. Like, I definitely enjoy my company so
Mhm.
much. But when I do go out, it's still like very minimal engagement, like very, very minimal engagement.
Mhm.
But no, I'm not an extrovert. I'm very introverted. I like caring for my plants. I like doing my research. I like watching my movies.
Mhm.
And I really don't want that to change too much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the one who sent the text about, like, can we get to know each other through bullet point lists? Like, let's start there. Let's just get
Mm.
the general stuff out the way. Okay. Like, I was married, I've been divorced, I got 2 kids, blah, 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 blah. I'm 38, not having any more kids. Like, let's just get the bullet points out of the
Mhm.
way. So we're done with those. Okay.
Right.
So yeah. No, I'm very introverted. Very
Uh,
introverted.
and just, I thought I was done with questions, but uh, seeing that your kids are grown,
Mm.
what's your thoughts on guys who have kids who are like 4 or 5? Are you not dealing with that either?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I should have addressed that more clearly. So this is kind of more complicated. For me, um, if they have children, that's fine. And I'm very, very generous and open with kids. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
love
Okay.
kids. But however, that is their responsibility and the father and their mother's responsibility. I'm here, I'm caring, but
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? I'm not here to really be a stepmom. So if their kids are grown or they don't have any kids or they don't want any more kids, or if their and their ex-wives or their children's mother's situation is
Situation.
together. That's what I mean by that stability. Y'all figured it out. You know what I'm saying? That's on y'all. And when the child
Mhm.
comes over, of course, I'm be kind and nice, make sure they have everything they need. I don't let any child suffer. It used to be 8 extra children in my house for weeks at a time. Like, people used to drop off their kids
Wow.
and never say anything again. So I had that
A
house. I
lot.
don't have a problem with having that house. But that's what I mean by stable. They have
Mhm.
children, they need to have their stuff figured out. Okay, because
Mhm.
I'm not here. Like, a lot of stuff I've seen is people, you know what I'm saying? The other parent, let's say, God forbid, passes away, they get divorced, whatever. Like, I get it, stuff happens, but
Yeah.
figure your stuff out with your kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming in to be like the wicked stepmother or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? I got a life, my life's been hard, everybody got a sob story, but I'm here to live life on my terms, and I'm not dealing with baggage at all. Like, not at all. That's very important to me. The stability piece.
No, and that's gonna weed out a lot of people, but it'll help you find your people, if that makes
Hmm.
sense. Because
Absolutely.
the standards are kind of high.
You think so? I thought they were pretty low. Like, I thought they were pretty, like, bottom basement. Like, be able to afford your coffee, have your stuff together, and have transportation. Like, I think that's pretty low standard. Like, I think that's pretty low.
Afford coffee, have transportation, and what was the third one?
Have your stuff together. Just that was a stability piece. Have your stuff together. Like, don't expect me to come in and fix your life. Like, I'm not.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm not fixing anybody else's life. I'm tired. I'm tired.
So you probably been in situations where you've had to do that before, and you're tired.
My entire life. Like, my
Mm,
entire life. I think my family's online. They can attest to that. My
mm.
entire life.
Scarlett is family.
No, Scarlett's not family. And I
Okay.
don't think my family would let me identify them. But no, I don't know Scarlett. But hey, Scarlett.
So like outside of like your kids, do you have any like friends?
No. Mm-mm.
Uh,
I like to keep my life simple. And I
mm,
do mean simple because it's been chaotic. So
mm,
no, I have my sisters. They're my road dogs. And you know what I'm saying? They my day ones. They my sisters.
Mhm. And that it does make sense because after you've been disappointed in life so many times, you kind of lose that capacity to just go out there and make all these friends.
Yeah, well, let me clarify. I do have acquaintances. So there's people that I know from like schools or from like business projects
Okay.
that we've done together. So there is people I know in that capacity, but I don't let people like in, you know what I'm saying, in that regard. So,
Hmm.
we might hang out or go to movies or talk about business, but that's probably as far as it goes.
I, from what I've heard, I think not online dating, but meeting somebody on an online forum could be your thing because you're just not moving, like you're not leaving the house enough to like increase your chances of finding somebody organically. So if you stay within the house, like nowadays the way things are with the internet, you could really find your person online. It might not be through those awful apps, but like you could find yourself. Um,
Yeah, those apps scare me. They really scare me, so I stay away from them. Like social media, I kind of avoid it, but it scares me. But I mean, I do leave my house. I do like go libraries and stuff and go run errands and stuff. And I gotta cater to my plants. So there's certain businesses I gotta go to. You know what I'm saying? My plants need little toys to keep them occupied.
mhm.
So it's little errands that I run. So I do go out. I'm not like a hermit.
Uh,
Um,
but you go out, but you don't like do a lot of social activities outside, like group activities where you would meet other like eligible bachelors and.
no, I'm not really consistent with that. Like if I show up to like shoot some hoops or something, I show up. That doesn't mean I'm coming back. If I show up to like eat somewhere, go to a bar, and people like, oh hey, we're all the time. I'll show up when I get ready. Like I don't really like obligations like that. So I go places and join groups just randomly. Like I'm the
So
person that'll show up and you probably never see again.
you're an inside person for sure.
Yeah, for the most part. I mean, I'll go out and be around groups and do stuff, but like I want to go to like a they got places here where you could play like board games and stuff. Like I want to go do that, but I'm not gonna say I'm be here every week at Wednesday at 7 p.m. Like, no, don't really count on that. I'll probably be out of town.
A lot of people on TikTok are agreeing with what you're saying. She sounds at peace,
Really?
knows what she likes, and what's important to her. Not wasting time.
Hmm. Wow, that's interesting. Thank you.
And wasting time, I think, no, not I think, I know it's worse than wasting money because it's just like a violation of everything. Like you wasted my time.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
So
can't get more time. I can get more money. So yeah, don't mess with my time.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Okay, all right. And you're in a space where you're open to bringing in another person, another soul, another energy. Granted, it's the right type of thing.
Right. Another energy that's a compatible energy, not combative
Mm,
energy, because I'm telling you, I am not dealing with that, but a
mm,
compatible energy,
right.
like a
And
compatible good energy.
it's one thing to say that you're not accept that a certain type of energy, but it's a whole other thing to let the energy come into your life and then you actually put the boundary up and then
Mm,
be okay with losing it. Because it's easy to say, but it's really hard to do. But I
mm.
believe you when everything you say, I believe it because you sound like you're pretty much fed up of the games.
I'm just straightforward. What you see is what you get. Like I'm really straightforward. And maybe that's another thing. Like people when they meet me, they're like, oh, she's so forceful, she's so direct. I know that'll change and she'll become more, I don't know, whatever, docile.
Mm,
That's not happening. What you see is literally what you get. This is not a
right.
facade. I am not playing.
Mhm.
What you see is what you get. Period.
That's how it should be, though.
Yeah, I agree. I wish it was, but it's just not. I need somebody's help. What?
You say you're just for guys, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna use another word, but I was counseled against using that word. So yeah, I have to say that I'm
I,
just
I know what you mean. Okay, all right. So
thank
I
you.
think the online dating would be, or maybe like I have to find a way to. This
You
is a
know what
good
I was thinking about was a
what?
matchmaker. I've been watching those matchmaker shows, and it really changed my viewpoint on matchmaking.
Mm,
because coming from a Western viewpoint in a capitalist, individualistic society, we
mhm.
typically think straight away matchmaking, you have to go with that person and you're demanded to go with that person. That's not what it is. From my understanding, from what I researched in the shows that I watched on Netflix, y'all, they got some good shows on matchmaking. But it's about finding people that you're compatible with, and you have
Right.
somebody who helps you do that because they have a database. So that's why I kind of like this, because it's kind of like a matchmaking
Mhm.
service. So
Yeah.
it kind of eliminates all the BS, which is why
Yeah.
I kind of like this, because I was looking for like, is there a black matchmaker? Like, is there a matchmaker that only caters to a certain demographic?
Hmm.
That would be great. Like, I've been thinking about this for a while. Like, I was going to set up matchmaking at my mom's home and be like, hey, these people come up, y'all need to vet them, make sure they have these qualities. Like, this was a whole thing. We're about to do it. And then
Hmm.
I saw this, I was like, oh, this kind of like the same thing, but it's virtual.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided to go with this, because it seemed like you a matchmaker for the neurodivergent, which we need. Like, we need some help. I need some help.
No,
So
you're giving me a lot of good ideas because matchmaking, there's a science to it. It is
mhm,
something that once you get to a certain stage where you're tired of wasting your time, you have expendable income. I would be a fan of people doing professional matchmaking, and you have to vet people. And if
mhm,
somebody's already in this community, then it's a way of kind of vetting them out. It's not a full vet, but you wouldn't be watching this if you didn't have some type of vested interest into learning about how a neurodivergent brain will work. And it's just a
mhm,
whole different way of communicating and language. And if you just go out there and you're dating and somebody is like, dang, like she stays in the house a lot, like she doesn't want to talk, or like what's going, like am I making her like that? And you're like, no, I just don't feel like leaving the house. It's one
yeah,
thing to have to explain to people over and over, and it's a whole nother thing to just be with somebody who gets it and like, okay, cool.
mhm,
Like
right,
you
right,
wake up in the morning with somebody and you don't have a single word to say to them until 2 p.m. and like you
right.
everybody's okay with that.
Absolutely, because I don't talk before 10. I don't care what's going on. Like, don't say nothing to me until it's 10 p.m. and I had a coffee. And it has to be both. So if I
Hmm.
wake up at 1 and I don't have the coffee to 3:30, then don't talk to me to 3:30. And
Yeah.
nothing's wrong. And I'm not mad, but
Hmm.
I'm not ready. So wait, you know what I'm saying? Like, send me a
Hmm.
note, text me, like write it down on a sticky pad where I see it, something,
Hmm.
but just please leave me alone. Like, yeah,
Right.
that's very important to me.
And Libby, can you still see the oh, your connection's off. Okay. Well, no. What's your saying? Yeah. All right. So for my people in the Midwest, if you're watching, Uh, someone's in a chat here. Okay. But people in the Midwest, if you're watching, go ahead. Where can people find you unusual, or how would you like to best be contacted for somebody who's watching this?
So for the last 3 hours, I've been trying to figure this out because I definitely want to keep my information protected. So hold on, I wrote this down. So give me 1 second. It's on Discord,
Hmm.
and hold on, I gotta find my username. It's busy underscore swan underscore 57390. So I guess I need to write that down in the chat. Hold on, let me busy.
Yeah, put it in the chat. And WB, I was about to do that. WB's her middleman.
What'd she say?
It's best to let her call you first if there's somebody that's interested in you, because we're trying to figure out how they would reach you.
And they said it's best for what?
It's best to let her call you first. I'm not sure what they meant by that.
Yeah. WB, explain what you mean.
I'm not sure what
Underwrite
WB
busy underscore
means, but
swan.
yeah, if we can get your Discord so that way people can reach out to you. Um, oh, all right, there we go. All right, so for my guys from the ages of 26 and up,
I
if you're
don't
in the
know. You got me thinking about that 26 though.
yeah, I'm just being realistic because if you want, like a 26-year-old is gonna come to you for Mickey Ficky reasons more than likely. But there still could be an exception there, somebody who is, you know, mature and ready and willing. Um, but it wouldn't be my first picture of a 26-year-old. But it's possible. It's possible. But say 26 to 30 years old and up. Uh, if you want to holler at unusual, busy underscore swan underscore 57390. And this is on what, Discord? On Discord. Is WB really your sister, or I think he froze for a second. I think we lost. She'll call you when she's ready to talk. All right, okay. I guess she'll call when she's ready to talk. Um, is Megan in there? Megan Kane there, real quick before we call it in that. Okay, no, she's back. All right,
Sorry, my internet cut out.
oh, you're good. Was WB really your sister?
Why?
No, because I don't know if it's just spam or if somebody's actually like for real, for real.
What did they say?
I'm her sister. We don't.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, okay. Well, WB, we will do our best to find somebody for her.
And if you know Trevor Noah, because you're the Hollywood doc,
Hmm.
I want to have lunch with Trevor Noah. I'm paying for it. I'm flying myself in and out. I just want to have lunch with Trevor Noah. He's an intellectual, very interesting. I just want to have a conversation with him.
So the Trevor Noah thing was legitimate. I
That's
saw Trevor Noah
legit.
in the living
Yes.
room.
Yes. Yes, I can send my
Okay.
CV and everything. Like, I'm a real person. I just want to have lunch with Trevor Noah. Wherever he picks, I'm paying. Got my own transportation, everything. I just want to have lunch with him. So
Okay,
I'm
okay. I
just
don't know
saying.
him personally, but I know some people who know him. Uh,
Exactly.
okay, okay, Trevor Noah.
Shout me out, Doc. Thank you.
Trevor Noah. Okay, I'm not sure what his if he has what his dating situation is. I think he's single. Do you think he would date you?
I have no idea. I mean, internally I have a lot of dialogue going on about how he may perceive me. And for me it's negative because I know how I see myself. But I don't know. I don't know what he like. I have no idea what that man likes. I
I
just
mean,
know he's very, very smart. Like he is like the way that he analyzes and puts stuff together is like I love it. Like his brain is it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I just want to have
he
lunch
is
with him.
brilliant.
He
and,
is.
and not to put yourself down, just more so if uh, if you're Trevor Noah and you have like all these options, but then after you're in Hollywood for so long, you kind of do want you crave normalcy. So
Hmm. And
potentially,
just to let you know, I'm not trying to be in Hollywood. I do not want to be famous. I just want lunch. That's it.
just on
I don't
lunch.
want to be famous. I don't want to be in Hollywood. I'm
I
not
got
trying to
you,
be in
man.
the circles. Yeah, no,
Okay,
not
okay,
interested. No.
all right, and let me put your all right, this is her information once again for everybody who's watching. Busy underscore swan underscore 57390. Trevor Noah, if you're watching. Uh,
Hey, Trevor, I'm buying lunch. It's on me. Wherever you want to eat. I know in one of your stand-ups you said you like Indian food. I like Indian food. You can order. It's on me. Whatever city, pick it. I'm there.
Head her up on Discord. Our Miss Unusual, thank you so much for coming through. I
Thank
appreciate you.
you. Thanks. I appreciate your help, doctor. Go ahead, be a matchmaker. We need you.
Yes, ma'am. I'm ramping up.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Lisa says, this is a cool idea. I'll be sure log on for the next one. Maybe I can even be a contestant. Lisa, maybe you could be. Maybe you could be, Lisa. Maybe you could be. You could be. She's an intellectual. And yeah, and once again, that's why it's very helpful to know like what is people's love language or however you want to call it, but how do people best respond to other people? And if you want somebody who's intellectual, even if it's not Trevor Noah, somebody like that, somebody who can, stimulate you mentally, that's going to be helpful for you. Okay, Megan, gotcha. Oh man, what a stream! This is a great stream. This is a great stream. I'll figure out how to condense these and do it more frequently. I say that every time, and then we stream for so long. But this is a fantastic stream. Um, I'll have to check with my Discord community and figure out how often we want to do these. I mean, we can run this for the rest of the week. We really can. We can run this for the rest of the week and keep bringing on people and keep letting people find their people. And as people see this stream more, it will allow them to be more comfortable. Because when you're talking here on the first time, to the camera and on a live stream that is being, pushed out to anyone in the world, it can be kind of frightening. And I remember my first time talking like in public or talking to like the world. So I understand it takes a while for you to feel comfortable. But if you take a leap of faith and do something you've never done before, you could get to somewhere that you've never been before. Um, Lisa, I think I'm on the verge of something fantastic. I really do. And look, I know because I'm neurodivergent myself. So, and I'm out here, in the field, not like actively dating, but like I'm out here in these streets too. So I know how frustrating it is to try and, go through the small talk and all this stuff. You're like, leave me alone. Let me, I want to talk about something that matters. We have to cut through the BS and get to the heart of the issue. So yeah, we may have stumbled upon something great. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. So tomorrow is Molly. I got a dog in the fight. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Today is my cousin's birthday. Oh, I gotta call him. I gotta call him. Yes, I'm gonna call him. But yeah, tomorrow is Wednesday. We'll be back streaming 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock East Coast time, 6 o'clock West Coast time. So let's just keep running this thing. The dating live stream will be back again tomorrow at the same time. 6 o'clock West Coast, 9 o'clock on the East Coast, 8 o'clock Dallas, Nashville, 7 o'clock Utah. So once again, thank you for your attention. I appreciate each and every one of you all who tuned in. And Lisa, I agree. Yeah, I completely agree. This is something that's good for the community. So until next time, peace. See y'all tomorrow.